Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between, to Generations Behind, episode 48. I'm your boy.
38.
It's 48.
Sound like you said 38.
48.
48.
He said 38. He said
Did
38.
I say 38?
Okay,
You idiot.
Did I?
the hell? Fired!
That's
Fired!
fine. You guys did fine without me. You don't need me around anymore. On the second anniversary of this show, my last episode. Thanks for that.
It's not the second anniversary anymore if it's 38, but keep going.
You guys are mean. You have one little slip up. I'm one of the guys on the show, Craig, of Craig's Game Room. To the side of me, the Barbarian, Mr. Zach Daily Beating. Zach, how are you today?
I am also one of the guys in the show, Zach Daily Beating. I'm doing well. Thank you, Craig. Hope you're doing well as well.
How was your Friday? We're recording this on a nice Friday night. Unusual for us.
Oh, so I actually did do something that I haven't done before today. I had a big bowl of berries that I picked up off the ground from my backyard, from a tree in my backyard, and I put them in a pot with a bunch of sugar, and I made jam.
Oh, look at
So
you.
that was a fun experience. So I
Getting
got a big
innovative.
I made a jar of jam,
Look at
Putting
you.
them
and I
berries
did
to
have it on
use.
toast, and it was yummy. So
Then you had french fries.
then I had French fries before this. Yes,
Could have dipped the french fries in it.
French fries and jelly?
I could have, but I
I
didn't.
don't know.
Hey,
Whoa! I
You
didn't
never
make jelly, I
know.
made jam.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
I made
jam.
jam. Chill out.
This is like jam with the band top stuff, alright? This ain't jelly with the band. This is jam with the band.
Forgot about
alright?
jam with the band. Yeah, jam with
Alright.
the band.
Number one
S-tier franchise.
Nintendo franchise. 100%. Love to see it. Below us, the Luscious Slut. Game Collecting Reaper. Kills Reaper. Tyler Haight. Tyler, how are you today?
Doing pretty good. I'm also one of the guys on this show. Kills Reaper, Game Collecting Reaper, Tyler, man, many named Luscious Slut. Craig forgot that one today.
I'm sorry.
But
Off my
here I
game.
am. I already know Craig's gonna
I'm
ask
pretty
me
sure
how
he said
my
Luscious
Friday
Slut.
was. I don't know if he did.
I
Sorry, I
feel
just got
like
38.
Zach
I got 38. in
is
my
just
mind.
gaslighting both of us.
Yeah, he's just
Like, I don't think I said episode 38.
No, you said 38. You definitely said 38. 38 or I got.
I'm gonna be pissed when I go back to edit this and I did not ever say 38.
He's
You
like
totally
episode
threw-
48.
You totally threw off my whole groove. I'm gonna have to throw you out the side of the palace like the emperor.
Craig's gonna ask me how my Friday was, or he's not because he don't care. But I'll tell you guys, my Friday pretty good. Worked,
Don't
played
have to
some
ask.
games. I'll talk about. Yeah, you don't have to ask. I'm just gonna say it anyway. So, yeah. Link to the Past. I will say, I broke a podcast tradition, and I did not play this game a day before the podcast. I played this a
That's messed
week
up.
before the podcast.
We're proud of you.
It's
Hey,
messed
I
up.
was like, I got some time. I was like, let's just start it and get it over with. And I got it over with. And was it good like Zach says? Was it mediocre like Craig
I've
says?
never
We'll
said it was
find out.
mediocre. Don't put words in my mouth.
I don't know. 38. He said 38 on Open Critic.
Y'all are just making shit up. We will
I'm pretty
talk to
sure
you
you
link.
said mediocre in our chat.
We will talk about. Yeah, I probably did because I was just trying to make Zach angry. Sometimes that's like every time I bring up Donkey Kong Bonanza being a 6 out of 10. It's mostly because I know that it annoys you guys.
I'm looking
Sorry,
for it.
you broke up there. What'd you say?
That's fine. It works. Anyway, yes, today's episode all about The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, the third Zelda game, I believe, right? Or is it fourth? I can never
think so, yeah.
remember if that or Link's Awakening came first.
No, because Link's Awakening is like a sequel
Mm,
to Link to the Past.
there we go. Now you know.
So
But yeah, episode all about Link to the Past. Next episode, going to be doing Game Boy Grab Bag, so make sure you write down in the comments below and or in the description we have a form you can fill out. Let us know your favorite Game Boy games as we talk about that. Game Boy Grab Bag, essentially we're all going to pick, it towards the end of this episode, some games for each other to play off of the NSO app. We did this for Genesis a while back. It was very fun. We had a great time, so I'm looking forward to that. But I do want to say congratulations to us for doing this show for 2 years, boys. The day this goes up will be the 2-year anniversary of Generations Behind. Thank you all for listening and writing in and all that jazz. We appreciate you all sticking around with us. So far, across all platforms, 11,160 listens. Not too shabby for a bunch of chumps like us. I feel like most podcasts get, 0 to 5 listens, unless it's somebody that's already famous. So, very appreciative.
Hey, I would be happy with that.
No, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying I'm very grateful that we get that we have, our little dedicated audience that we do. It means a lot to us. We see your comments, and we appreciate you guys writing in and engaging with us. I think we would still do this if nobody listened, but it's definitely a little bit more rewarding when if we're not screaming into the void. And
a lot of things happened in our first 2 years. We got a hate comment.
That's true. We got our first hate comment a few weeks ago, and then the person deleted it, so that was kind of unfortunate.
Hate comments are when you know you've made it to the next level.
Exactly.
When people stop being nice to you, it's like we made it.
We did it. Tyler, how
They're
you feeling?
just sellouts.
How you feeling after 2 years of Generations Behind? Are you sick of us yet? Do you hate doing this?
I will tell you right after this little ad break for Raid Shadow Legends. No, just kidding.
God, I wish. Raid Shadow Legends pays out, dude.
Can you imagine? You should just edit in a little Raid Shadow Legends clip.
Hell no,
there,
I ain't doing that for free.
Yeah, you ain't gonna do it, but just a little Raid Shadow Legends, that'd be great. But you're not gonna do it. What's the question again? Oh yeah, 2 years. 2 years of the show. It's been great. Getting to talk to these fine young guys some more, talk about games, playing some games that I probably, I would have got to eventually, but this Chrono Trigger, I don't know. I know that's always been on my backlog forever, but this podcast finally made me do it.
It made all of us do it, and we all fell in love with it. So
yeah, it's great. It's really good. But yeah, so overall, love doing it, and to next milestone, episode 100, so we can get a New Vegas episode done.
We'll get there. Zach, how you feeling after 2 years of doing this silly little show of ours?
I'm of the mind that time dilation. I don't even know. It's been 2 years ever since COVID. It's like, oh, that was 5-6 years ago.
Fair.
Everything's gone so fast.
Seriously,
it's crazy. Mm-hmm. I was just talking to Tyler about a game he played. He's been playing that I played when it came out, and I looked at the launch. It's like, oh, that came out in 2021. That was 5 years ago. And that's a new game in my head still. So it's just kind of crazy how time blends together like that.
It is crazy. It doesn't feel like it. It's been fun. It's a shame this is our last episode, but we had a good run.
It's a shame.
No, it's been great, and I'm happy to do it. We're obviously all good buddies, and it's nice that we have an excuse every couple of weeks to actually talk to each other, since usually we're all too busy to hang out on Discord, as much as we'd like to or whatever, and actually hang out, since we're all long distance homies. And Tyler I've known for many years, but Zach, as some people listening or may not know, I didn't really know Zach until after we started the show, which is also just kind of funny. So it's been fun to grow friendships throughout while doing the show as well, even though Tyler's just trying to meme on the moment.
Same here, Craig. I will admit, though, early on I was too embarrassed. I didn't know what your name was until episode 4. I was like, whose game room is this? And I kept forgetting. But it finally stuck at episode 4 or 5. So,
fucking welcome back. I'm your host, Kevin's Game Room.
It just bleeps. It's just TV fuzz and static in your brain the entire time. That's fair.
His name was Greg, right? Oh,
yeah.
Craig with a C.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. It's Greg's toy room. But yes, thank you all for listening. We very much appreciate it. Just wanted to point it out, because most shows don't last this long, so I'm proud of us for being mostly consistent. We've had a couple of hiccups here and there, but hopefully for now on, hoping we never miss a week. We've got some write-ins, boys. Patrick wrote in, and this is a late write-in. So the beginning of his write-in is him complaining, and then the second part is him
complaining.
Gonna be his write-in for that. He wrote it after we finished the show. So, Patrick, as one of the people that's been around for 2 years, you know that usually Saturday evening is probably your cutoff. But I appreciate you always writing in, and I love you very much. You're not really complaining. I'm just giving shit. Just playing around. But Patrick wrote in saying, I feel forgotten, lost like a little lamb. I wrote in last episode, but my writing was left alone and cold, struggling to make ends meet. Well, now we can hear his write-in now. He said, Pokemon is B tier at best, and y'all are crazy on Star Fox. A tier, Star Fox is A tier for 64 alone. Even though I love, sorry, I guess that I messed up putting that in, so that was part of his write-in complaining about being forgotten about, so he's commenting on our takes last week. Star Fox is not A tier. I'm leaving it at that. I'm not going to argue with Pokemon B tier. Yeah, we had it in C, specifically always below Sin and Punishment.
Oh yeah, okay, I remember now. Yeah, so in retrospect, like maybe we were a little harsh on Star Fox, but I think Star Fox deserves to be put down a little bit so it can actually do something different this time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Glenn
Star
Powell
Fox
can't save you, McLeod.
I think it'd be pretty cool if he voiced Cloud in the games.
It
If he just did like Glenn Powell.
I love the Star Fox talking. It's so good. And then what do you say? Even though I love Zelda and Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are two of my favorite games ever, Mario will forever be my favorite Nintendo franchise. Mario hooked me all those years ago on the NES, and every game has been a unique, fun adventure. Mario 64 will forever be my favorite because of all the joy and memories it's given me over the years, but recent entries like Odyssey and Wonder have been just as adventurous and fun as 64. The Galaxy entries were forays into a unique style that were a welcome, refreshing change-up. The myriad of spin-offs and mostly great too, especially if you count Mario Kart.
Definitely not Mario Kart 64 though, but all right, moving on.
Yeah, all my homies hate Mario Kart 64. John wrote in. Excuse me. John said, sorry, I don't have anything for this episode. For a new episode idea, I was thinking of a first-person shooter, specifically Half-Life. I know it might take a while, though, since I'm still waiting for Fallout New Vegas episode. Two things here. Alright, so New Vegas was promised for episode 100. If the world doesn't end by then, you will get New Vegas on episode 100. It'll happen.
I don't know what the odds are. I mean, we're teetering. Like we're.
He's like, I need you guys to start being like bi-weekly, twice a week. That way we can get to New Vegas before the world ends.
We need to speed run 50 episodes.
And then we were gonna do Half-Life, but I think the issue was at the time, Zach, you didn't have a Steam Deck, and I think you said your MacBook couldn't run it or something like that.
Maybe I have a Steam Deck now. So.
Does that sound talked about? Yeah, I was gonna say this definitely was like talked about either on the show or off the show. So Half-Life was definitely in the in the bucket of games we want to do. So we don't have anything planned after Link to the Past yet. So maybe that could be next, maybe not, but probably in the near future because I've been wanting to play Half-Life forever anyway. That's one of the. Yeah.
I was gonna say, was that on any of our lists? I feel like it would have been.
It wasn't actually. I went back and I listened to our our backlog of shame episode. And Half-Life was not on any of ours, so
interesting. I feel like that's probably high up there.
We should just throw John a bone and just do it soon.
We can. I mean, I'm down to do a next episode if you guys are.
Episode 103.
You heard it here first, John. Episode 103. You'll get Half-Life. So.
Oh, that episode. What would our next game episode be? Because this is just a 2-year anniversary, right? But are we going to count this as the third one? You know what I mean?
I think it is also an increment of 3.
It is, yeah. A Link to the Past is it just happened to work out that way that this is a game specific episode. Just like how last time it worked out that Chrono Trigger was.
Yeah. So 51 Half-Life, we're calling it here?
Yeah, I mean I'm down for it if you guys are. Zach doesn't look very enthused, but
no, I'll play I want to play Half-Life. I was kind of liking the idea of 103, but we can do 51. We can be nice.
97, it's the appetizer.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
He's been waiting all these years for Fallout New Vegas. Look forward to episode 51, I guess. Why not? Jason wrote in. Jason said, I would like to know, when are you going to play an NES game for the podcast? The show is called Generations
54.
Behind, yet you guys haven't gone generations back that far. I do not want to hear the excuse that we can't do a full podcast on an NES game as there isn't enough content. Other podcasts have done it before, and an episode does not need to be 3.5 hours long. to be a great episode. I would also like to see you guys play more games out of your comfort zone and the games you wouldn't like to play and hear your opinions on. Yes, Tyler, go ahead.
Can we go farther back than that? And can we do an Odyssey 2 game?
All right, so here's where I have a problem with you, Jason.
Oh, shit.
Where
Problem.
Where were you 10 months ago when we did the best NES games? Where were you?
It's messed up.
Where were
Jason.
you? You claim that we don't talk about NES. And maybe we don't do it enough, but we did do a full episode about NES games. So
I think it means like play a specific game episode, NES one.
and I'm down for that, but I do think if we did that, I would rather it be like, like the Mega Man games or the Mario games.
That's what I want to do.
I think it'd be better to do like a series opposed to, because yes, other podcasts have done it, but what are we going to have to add to the conversation of Mario 1 that hasn't been said a million times by other people and shows?
The way
and
he
videos and
jumps, if
podcasts
you just
already?
do a crouch jump.
I don't know. I just
You
think
can just play something weird on the NES.
What'd you say?
Play a weird NES game.
Yeah,
You can play a weird
dude, is
NES
everyone
game.
down to play Crystalis? Let's go.
No, we just like go on a randomizer, enter the whole NES list. We randomize it, and we play whatever it lands on.
I hope you get taboo,
Tyler.
Jason,
Would,
this is
would
for
Siri
you.
tell me a random NES game if I ask her?
Probably. Try it. Do it right now, live on air.
Hey Siri,
Jason, this is
name
for
me a
you.
random NES game to play.
See what it says. What's it going to give you?
She's
Random.
gonna say it doesn't know what NES
It
is.
says some of the most popular. That's not
Well,
what
that's
I
not
want.
what you're asking. It's fine then.
It says
Yeah.
other highly acclaimed games for the NES are Super Mario World, Final Fantasy VI, Earthbound, Super Metroid, Chrono Trigger, and Yoshi's
All of
Island.
my favorite
This is not NES.
games. Thank you, AI. Anyway, yeah,
Um,
Half-Life's already booked for episode 51, so you ain't getting NES for at least a couple more months. But
54.
maybe, yeah. We could maybe do an NES game or NES games. Because, I don't know, we're generations behind, but we talk about, stuff we know what we're nostalgic for, right? Like, we grew up with more N64, GameCube, PS1, PS2, that era, because of the age that we are. So, when we talk about, retro content, that's, I think, where our brains usually automatically focus to. But, I'm down to do an NES game or trilogy or maybe a couple of NES things in the near future. So maybe for episode 54 we could do an NES game or games if you guys are down.
I'm down.
Yep, and I have a surprise for Jason, real quick.
Yes, please.
Jason, if you look at the screen, I don't know if you listen to this or if you watch this, but if you look at the
You
screen
watched
right
it.
now,
I think.
I'm gonna pull up Space War, the first ever video game in my analog pocket, and you can just see me enjoying the first ever video game to show my generations behind. Oh, look at that! I just fell into a black hole. Okay,
There
I
you
lost. But
It's beautiful.
where you go?
See?
I'm trying to find a generator.
This is as retro as you can get, baby.
Look up Space War. It's an interesting little game.
And because people seem to get sad sometimes, I don't actually have a problem with you. I'm just joking around.
You're on thin ice, Jason.
Zach really does because he hates your Final
Like,
Fantasy
Zach
VII.
actually hates you, so...
Yo, we should do our NES game episode based on the NES D-Make for Final Fantasy VII.
That'd be fun. I've always wanted to play through that. It's just so cool that someone actually took the time to make that. I love it. Y'all see the Mario movie. How do we feel about the Mario movie? Mario Galaxy movie.
I liked it. I mean,
Did you love it?
it was like the first Mario movie. I mean,
Dude, this wheel.
I
has
think
so
I,
much
I,
room.
I have a lot of fun with those movies, but it's just like they're feeding me candy. I don't know if I do. How about this? I think while I'm sitting there watching the movie, I'm having enough fun to say I love it. But I don't know if like retroactively, I'm like I loved that movie.
That's fair.
Wait,
It's just fun to like witness everything, I guess.
Tyler.
where'd it go? I just had one. Hold on. Here we go.
What?
It's an NES wheel.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. Tell us what it gets. This is what we're going to do episode 54 on.
Oh, great!
I don't want to
can't
make
wait
any
play Mario
promises,
3.
actually. What do we got?
I hope it's Mario
It
3.
is. That'd be fun. Mega Man 4.
Mega Man 4.
Perfect. Everybody
There's
loves
so
Mega
many
Man.
names on there.
Tyler, tell us your brief thoughts on the Mario Galaxy movie for the people.
I'm waiting on Smash Brothers the movie. No.
There you go.
no spoilers. I mean, I enjoyed it. The plot was a little all over the place, but at the end of the day, it's just a Mario movie. It was great. The cameos were great, like Fox and all that. Um, the post credit scene, I was kind of expecting a little more, but it is what it is. Um, but yeah, good movie, and I have a son now. So.
There he is, the Yoshi popcorn bucket.
Since the Fox thing is like pretty well established that he's in the movie, I will just say the Star Fox music around when his scenes like popped me every time.
Yeah, it was very hype. Star Fox music is very good.
Yeah. That's one point I'll say about the movie. I was happy to see the only time there was like a non-Nintendo song was in a scene that took place in Brooklyn. Every time they were in a Mario world, like a Mario place, it was only Nintendo music. They didn't have all the needle drops like "Take on Me" and freaking the jungle like last time.
Yes, that was much better.
Exactly. Did you get a Yoshi
music.
popcorn bucket?
They were all gone when I went. Everything was gone. I have another funny story. I went up to the front of the line, and my movie theater had a special flatbread pizza called the Firepower Flatbread. It was just like a hot honey pepperoni pizza.
Yum.
So I get to the front of the line. I'm with my roommate, and we get to the front of the line, and there's this like 16-year-old girl behind the counter, and I'm like, I just don't have I can't ask for the Firepower like pizza. Because I'm like wearing a Mario shirt. It's like I'm already like drawing red flags. So I walk up to the counter. I'm like,
you should have said
an
Italian accent.
I see y'all have a flatbread pepperoni pizza with hot honey. Can I get that? She goes,
the fire
you want the? She goes, you want the Fireflower Power pizza? I was like, yes, I do want the Fireflower Power pizza. whatever it's called. It was very funny.
She's like, you have to say it. You can't get it.
You have to say. You have to say it was good too.
I want the FFPP, the Fireflower Power Pizza.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I went to.
And what they brought me was just a regular pizza. They didn't give me any hot honey.
So it wasn't even worth the shame.
It wasn't worth the shame.
Damn.
But yeah.
We have a bit of a hot honey problem, I think, in the world right now, where we're getting a little too comfortable with hot honey.
It's fucking good.
True, but when I go to Freddy's, steak burgers and custard, and they offer me a cup of ice cream with hot honey in it, I'm a little distraught that's to where we've gotten.
Zach, is Craig's camera frozen for you too?
No, he's not.
Oh, what the hell? It's frozen for me, but he's like.
That's funny. Yeah, like so it was guacamole, and then it was Hatch green chili peppers, and now everyone's all about hot honey.
Was it Hatch green chili peppers?
It was Hatch green chili peppers were huge down here. Everyone
I was gonna say that might just be a Texas thing.
You mean work pipe?
It was everywhere. Yeah, work pipe green telepeppers.
There you go.
The 1-Up peppers. It's the 1-Up peppers.
1-Up peppers.
I will say, back to the Mario movie, since I didn't really give my opinion. My biggest takeaway is just that it shouldn't have been called the Mario Galaxy movie, and I won't say any more than that. But it should have had a different name.
I mean, yeah, I guess at the end of the day, it's all just branding. So
that's true. I don't know. It's interesting that Nintendo hasn't done more.
There's a lot of stuff.
It's weird that they haven't done more to like market around these movies. Like, how is there not like, the Galaxy Collection came out a while ago before this, right? It's interesting that they waited. Why would they not have a Galaxy 3 when we haven't had a Mario game, like a 3D Mario, in many years now? I know they were working on Donkey Kong Bonanza, but you think there'd be a bit more of a strategy between like the theatrical releases and like having games to go along with them. Not even licensed games, but just like, here's a new Mario movie to make you want to buy a new Mario product. Kind of interesting that they aren't doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I think in a perfect world they would. I just wonder if it's just too hard to line up a game release like that. Like the Mario game for the Mario movie is all the Mario games that are already out. Like Mario Wonder just got DLC, the Mario Galaxy. Like, I'm sure in a perfect reality they have the next Mario Galaxy coming out, but I mean, if rumors are true, maybe we'll get a Star Fox game, and this movie with Star Fox will boost up the Star Fox game. I don't know.
That would be great. No reason we can't get some new interesting Star Fox. We don't need Star Fox 64 for the 5th time, I think it would be. 4th time. So
What if the game was called Star Fox 64 5?
that'd be fun. Then I'd be okay with it. Just they accept their fate.
Yeah.
Tyler, are you gonna
Star
go
Fox
see the Exit 8
third or
movie?
whatever.
You talked about liking Exit 8 the other day. There's a movie out.
It's out now?
Yeah, it's out this weekend.
Maybe I have to.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were gonna
I
go
didn't
see
know
it
they
because
were
I know
doing
you
it.
said you thought the game was really cool.
I didn't know they did it.
And apparently, it's a great movie. It's like killing it on like Rotten Tomatoes and stuff. So
Oh, shit. Maybe I'll have to do that. Maybe we got some new weekend plans.
I have Exit 8 downloaded on my PlayStation 5, so I want to check it out this
That's
weekend.
fun.
Especially since I know it's on the shorter side, so
You can get the 100% trophies in like an hour.
it's not
You know
too
what
bad.
you're doing.
It's a shame there's no
Some of them
platinum.
are really. I know. That's why I got the 100% on PS4 and PS5. Yeah.
Had to flex on him. Tyler's very proud now that he tracks the games that he's beating. I feel like it's motivating
Dude.
you to play more.
It really is. The fact I'm at 18.
It's fun to
games
see
beaten,
number go up, right?
It really is. I'm just like, ooh, what can I hit by this month? You know what? I'm like, first quarter's coming up. Well, no, it's not the first quarter. It's like the first, yeah, the first quarter. Yeah, but you know what I mean. I'm just like, ooh, gotta hit this, then I gotta hit this, and... But now, I'm really looking forward to it. Another game coming out at the end of this month. So I'm like, I kind of want to get that. But then there's a game coming out next week I want to get. So I got to beat that before that. Yeah, I'm gonna...
There's a game that came out today I never heard of until today, and
Starfield. PS5.
not exactly. So let me make sure I have the name right.
Todd Howard Simulator.
Dang
Yes,
it.
man.
No, you guys talk for a second. I need to look it up because I need to tell you guys in the audience about it too because I think it's interesting.
So, Zach.
I hope it's the most normie thing in the world that he brings up. That, like, everyone knows about it, and everyone we just immediately discount his opinion. But
You guys are mean.
Well, yeah, did you know this Nintendo game came out today? Which did you see the little they announced the release date and stuff for Rhythm Heaven? I never played a Rhythm Heaven game, but that looks kind of fun.
I'm so excited. I cannot wait.
it's also $40, which is nice.
I know.
Yeah,
I love Rhythm Heaven so much. I'm so excited. It looks so cute and fun. The Rhythm Heaven games are amazing.
I don't think it matters, but is it not getting a Switch 2 version, like even an update?
I don't think so,
Like, is
probably
it- I
because
don't
it
think it-
doesn't need
I
it
don't
to
think
be
it matters,
honest.
really.
But
Yeah, it doesn't. It would make a difference, but
it's probably going to be
I was
the
just- I was
last
curious.
first party Switch 1 game if I had to guess, unless there's more stuff down the pipeline. I could see it being the last one.
yeah, I guess it's the last one announced because the only so Tamagotchi Life is getting a Switch 1. It's coming out for the Switch 1, but that's coming out like this month.
Mhm.
So I think Rhythm Heaven is the last
At least that we
possible
know of.
Switch 1
So
game. Yeah, they might announce a new one, but like at this point, are they really going to announce new games that are coming out for the Switch 1?
I mean, Sony did it for PlayStation 5 for a while, but I feel like that's kind of a different situation. Nintendo, I feel like, usually moves on from their old hardware once they start the new console earlier on than most. So, like, Sony supports their old stuff longer than Nintendo has historically, if memory serves correct.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think you have a good point. I think that might be the last first party release, which will make it good for everyone to buy. So everyone should buy Rhythm Heaven.
Yes, everyone should just buy it anyway, because it's going to be great, and they're excellent rhythm games, some of the best out there, and they all have all original music, and it's all fantastic music. Every song in Rhythm Heaven gets stuck in your head.
can I roll?
What's the
credits
Wubba
of
Dubba
Rhythm
Dubba?
Heaven?
That's true.
That's true. That's from the Wii one. I'm forgetting the name. Is that Groove? I believe so.
Can I
I've
roll
only played the
credits of
3DS
Rhythm Heaven?
Mega Mix. That's the only one I played, but I liked it a lot.
Go ahead, Tyler. Sorry.
So can I roll credits in Rhythm Heaven? Can
Yeah.
that count as a game beaten?
Yeah,
All
Rhythm
right,
Heaven's
it's added to
beatable.
the list. It's added to the list.
Oh no, Groove is the new one. What is the Wii one called? I can't remember. Rhythm Heaven Fever. Okay, which is also
Fever.
like
Yeah.
I think that's like a $150 Wii game. It's like stupid expensive. No idea why, but because it's not that hard to find. But whatever. Video game collecting is stupid. What have we been playing, boys? Half an hour into the show, let's talk about what we've been playing. Tyler, why don't you go first?
All right, so I've been playing A Link to the Past. Obviously, beat that. We'll talk more about it later. I mentioned before I was playing Yuka Replay. I got back to that, finished that, 100% of that.
Wow.
Got the platinum. And then which one did I play after that? Then I played Sly Cooper. I played the original Sly Cooper back in the day, and I was like, well, kind of want to play it again. I was gonna move for a little platformy, a little shorter on the platformer side. Yeah, I mixed up my words a bit, but platformer on the shorter side, what I meant to say. So I was like, fuck it, I'll play Sly Cooper. Originally, I was intending to play it as a Portal game, just turning on my Portal here and there. But then I just kind of spent all day playing Sly Cooper on my PS5 and didn't use the Portal. So, yeah. Still got it. It's not as easy for the platinum wise as the other ones, but because this one you gotta literally like do everything. There's like little side things in like most of the levels you gotta do. But overall, Sly Cooper, it's fun. I never played 2 or 3, so I want to get around to those. And also, our good friend Vinny um, hit me up to help him vend at a convention next month. And the voice actor for Sly Cooper and Carlina Fox is going to be there. So I was like, oh, that's kind of neat.
That's
I
fun.
might get a copy signed. It'll be cool. Then I started playing. I'm trying to start playing first. Was that one or that one? I think it was Returnal. So yeah, Zach kept talking good things about Saros and saying Returnal was good, and then I started hearing other people talking about Saros. And I was like, I'm already looking forward to Pragmata, but Saros is coming out at the end of the month, and I was like, should I be into Saros? And I was like, I'm gonna try Returnal, and yeah, I loved it. Returnal, fun. It's roguelike, you go in, you get to a certain point, you die. It's kind of, kind of depressing sometimes, especially when you're right at the end of a boss and then you kind of die, but is what it is. I luckily did the last part. I was able to manage doing, because there's like 6 biomes. You get like a halfway point in the middle, and then that's kind of like your checkpoint through the game. For 4, 5, and 6, I was luckily able to just kind of run it and did it. Beginning, I think I beat the first boss, and then beat the second, died on the third, did a couple more tries to eventually get through that. But yeah, this one you don't get as many like permanent upgrades, so you're kind of just going through it. You get different artifacts that you give you certain abilities while going through it. You have little things that you can pick up called parasites. They always have a positive effect and a negative effect. I kind of always went for the ones that just increased or made how do you say the word, like malignant or something, like malignant items, like
Malignant?
malignant. That's what it is. Yeah. Try to find ones that did that for like a worsening effects, and I'll just avoid that anyway, and then I'll be fine. That's kind of how I got my good run going for the last one. At the last one, I had night. I dream about something, but anyway, got to the pretty much at the last one, I had this really good setup to where when I was shooting bosses, they were just popping out health for me. Some kind of artifact I had. I don't know. I was just constantly at full health. It was really nice. But yeah, the game has a good little gameplay loop going to it. I'm working on the platinum for that now. I'm missing. You have to get all the collectibles, but they're RNG based, which is stupid. All right,
That's really shitty.
That's the one downside of this fucking thing.
Awful.
Because it, like I said, you either start in biome 1 or biome 4, and then if you're going for collectibles in biome 6, you gotta rush through to biome 6 to get it, and then if you die, you're back at biome 1, or no 4, and then you gotta go back and you don't even have a chance to get the room. So yeah, I got 2 more
You gotta
areas.
search like the whole area, and then if it's not there, you have to just like do it again. It's
Yeah.
so annoying.
And there's no, for the scout logs, you can easily track them by the number, right? So that's easier. But the ciphers is annoying because the ciphers, you have to, there's nowhere that tells you which ones you have and which ones you don't have. So when I'm looking at the trophy guide for the collectible guide, you have to go to how PlayStation has those activity cards, right? You know what I'm talking about? You have to click on that for the survey one. Then it'll tell you like collect this art or collect this cipher, collect this cipher, collect this cipher. It'll have a certain number next to it. And then the trophy guide has that number there. They kind of like organize it so you can tell which one it is, and then it has like a picture of the room, picture like from the map view, a picture of the actual location, and then like where it would be. And yeah, it's just a pain in the ass. Like, so I'm hoping to have it done. I don't know tonight. I gotta get up early tomorrow, but probably tomorrow. And then I don't know what I'm gonna start next, but yeah, Returnal, great game. If you haven't played it, recommend it. Greg,
Yeah.
you never played it, right?
No, I'm thinking about checking it out, especially with Sorrows coming out.
Do
I
you
bu-
have do you have Plus Extra or whatever, the middle series?
I do, but I also own Returnal, so I just never got around to it. I got it years ago when it was on sale for like $30 or something like that, and I was like, it looks cool. I'll check it out eventually, and then I just never did. So
The story goes freaking crazy. Like
I've
this
heard it's
thing,
awesome.
yeah, and especially once you do the true ending for it, like and then you figure some things out. I'm like, oh damn, all right, this story goes kind of deeper than you think. But yeah, yeah, good times. And I'm
It's
looking
got
forward
like
to.
it's got like a regular like. Go ahead.
No,
Oh, I was just gonna say it has like a good sci-fi horror thing, and then also like dips into some psychological horror,
Love it.
which is pretty neat. Um, yeah, it's a lot of people like compare it to like Alien.
Oh, which
Um,
I love, so that's a
it
good one.
yeah it also I think if you were to just change that character into Samus, it could be a kick-ass Samus like Metroid game. This could just
And
been
you,
Metroid Prime 4. You could have just done
I was
this.
really thinking that. I remember when it came out that thinking that it gave me like more like I guess like more grounded Metroid vibes was kind of how I thought it looked. So always wanted to get to it, just never did. But maybe I should do it sooner than later with the semi. I guess it's not really a sequel; it's just from the same studio, but similar kind of idea, right? So
yeah, it's pretty much the same
Yeah,
idea.
Returnal kind of has some light Metroidvania elements too.
hmm,
Like it is a roguelite, um, where you restart at the beginning of the run every time, but you do have some permanent upgrades that unlock some different routes. So when you start the run over, you can take shortcuts or get
Mhm.
certain like different upgrades or paths with your permanent like traversal upgrades that you've got. And what they're doing in Saros is they've said that that one will have a stronger sense of progression run to run. So that one, it's still, I think it's still a roguelite, but I think they're toning down the roguelitiness and adding in more like permanent progression each run is the way they
I
kind of
seen
framed it.
I
So
seen a video or somebody said that they like played a bit of it or whatever, and I guess they're gonna have a checkpoint like after every like per se biome, like it was in Returnal. Like after you beat the
oh,
first boss, and you'll be able
interesting.
to start from the
Okay.
second, and then kind of keep going. Um,
Yeah, it's pretty significant because
yeah, I
you
don't
get
know
to
if.
start over a good bit on Returnal if you
Oh
die.
yeah, if you died on like the third boss or the sixth boss, ooh, good luck. Good luck.
Yeah.
that's rough.
Especially in the sixth biome with those like freaking suicide squids or whatever. Yeah, those were. I was like, stop, stop. Um, last game I played then was it's called Screamer. It's a like art. It's got just like Zach showed. It's like an arcade racer type of game, with all these like
Oh
anime
yeah.
looking characters. The controls is like different. So if I remember right, 'cause it's been a couple days since I played it a bit. Um, you turn with the left stick, you go with R2, you drift with the right stick, you boost with L1, and you like shift gears with L1, and then eventually you get power ups, and that's R1. So you're like using all the triggers and then also the sticks. So once you get used to it, it's really fun, and you can start flying past people and then KOing people with your different abilities and stuff. The story is kind of bonkers. It's about like there's this big racing tournament that's happening, but your team wants to kill this one guy, um, and everybody speaks a different language, but they all have devices inside their heads like Neuralinks that are letting them understand each other. There's even a dog; you can understand the dog. Um,
Love it.
but yeah, story goes pretty deep for a arcade racer game. But the art style and the music, really good, really good.
Fun.
Yeah, I heard about the control scheme being like a selling point. It's
Yeah,
like kind of a hard to hard to learn but like fun to master kind of thing once you get into it.
mhm. But yeah, that's been fun. And
Zach,
that's what I've been playing.
what have you been playing?
So Tyler mentioned a couple games that are coming out this month, Saros and Pragmata. I think this month, once those games come out, we're gonna kind of get to that point where there's gonna be a game like every 2 weeks that I want to play.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been trying to spend this last couple weeks just trying to like clean up some stuff. And the one big thing that's been looming over me that I have still in progress is Hades 2. I really like Hades 2. I got busy I think it came out physically in late November. I played it until like early December. Then I just got busy. So I'm trying to go back and like finish that and get a good, satisfying end to that game. Um, so doing a few runs here and there when I can. Really enjoying it still. Hoping I can get it done sometime this week. Since last episode, I reviewed a game called Ratcoin. Ratcoin is a coin pusher roguelite. This is basically Balatro, but instead of poker hands, you're playing with a coin pusher machine. Literally just a slide of coins, and you shoot coins in the machine. It does a bunch of crazy combos.
So fun.
It's really fun. I think the biggest negative I have for it is it's like a little too similar to Balatro, where the central coin pushing mechanic is really fun and satisfying, and things go off the rails. But like the entire structure of the game, down to like the challenges and the completion, like the way that the menus are set up to track your progress, is all Balatro. The way the in run power ups and the in run like bonuses and stuff, it all looks like Balatro to a point where I can't stop thinking about Balatro, and then I'm like, this game's not quite as fun as Balatro. I feel like you have a little less control in this game, where it kind of relies on things devolving into chaos. Where in Balatro, I feel like you spent more time thinking about your next move and like thinking on a build. This game felt like I had the most success when I was just throwing nonsense on a wall. Some people described it as, have y'all seen that fake Moon Knight comic sketch where he goes like random bullshit go,
Yeah.
and he throws the stuff at the wall? That's kind of what this game felt like. I felt like every round I was just buying all the coins I could and just throwing them all out there at once, and then things would go crazy. And I beat the whole game like that. I got to the highest difficulty. There's 8 difficulties, just like Balatro. It, like, they have increasing difficulties that keep the bonuses from the last one. And I was able to beat the gold ticket difficulty without really thinking a whole lot, just kind of letting the game play itself. So that's a negative on it, but I do think it is fun and satisfying to look at and watch and play. It's a good game. And it's only like 15, or no, it's $12. It's $12, and it was on sale for $9. So it's like pretty harmless when it's all said and done. So if you're looking for another Balatro-like game, but you're not looking to spend 100 hours, I was able to finish this in like 15 hours to a point that it felt pretty good for me.
Nice.
On my Switch, when I'm not playing Hades, when I'm just trying to play something kind of in the background, I've been working my way through Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness.
Oh, that's
I
what that
played
is.
this game. Yeah, PXD God.
What's
I was trying to
not?
leave it a surprise for y'all. So I played Gale of Darkness via Blockbuster as a kid.
Hell yeah.
Like I've rented it a few times, a few weekends in a row or whatever. So I don't own it, but I did play through it. I don't remember much about that game or Coliseum, but I remember enjoying both of them as a kid, and I'm having a good time with XD so far. I chose for my starter to go to, you can choose which evolution you get in this game, because you start with an Eevee and you get to pick. I went with Vaporeon, so I'm a Team Vaporeon for this game.
Yeah, where's our Vaporeon fan, dude?
Where's it? Yeah.
Need him to
Someone
write
summon
in.
him.
But I was
He's gonna be
between
the next
Vaporeon and
episode.
Espeon, and the reason I went Vaporeon was whenever Coliseum comes out, I'll just have an Espeon then.
Sure.
So, but this game, it's like a lot of these games. It feels just a little slow, where like there's a lot of text in the battles, and the fact that all these battles have shadow Pokemon, there's just like an extra line of text because it's always like your shadow Pokemon's entering reverse mode, or shadow Pokemon disobeyed you. Or it's just a little bit too much text and time in the battles, and they're all double battles, so they're pretty slow there, but it's still a really fun game. The music slaps. I'm really enjoying, and it looks really good too. Like the GameCube games on the Switch too, I think just look pretty nice. So it's been fun to revisit this game.
Dude,
I would like to finish.
that mirror battle theme goes hard.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's all. I'm looking forward to getting to actually get to that battle so I can listen to that. I would like to say I'll slowly grind out the Shadow Lugia in this game. I didn't do that originally on the when I rented it from Blockbuster, but I know that's also quite a bit of work. So we'll see if I actually do it. I think that was how you originally had to get Lugia in the Gen 3 Game Boy Advance games.
Really?
Was by purifying the one from this game. Yeah. And then you got Ho-Oh from Coliseum. So you had to really grind to get those
100
things.
battle tower, whatever it was, 100, 300, something
Yep.
like that.
They made you grind for the Gen 2 legendaries for sure.
Seriously.
And the last thing I've been playing today, I played a couple hours of Pokemon Champions. This
Alright,
is
I gotta-
just
I
like
gotta hear
basically
this.
Yeah, I'm interested
just
to
a
hear what you
Pokemon-
have to say.
I've been hearing a lot of mixed things.
well, yeah. So here's what I'll say. I have not put any money into the game yet. This is
Yeah.
basically a Pokemon battle simulator. Um, let's see. I've been trying to. I've always been intimidated by double battles. The VGC like traditional format for competitive Pokemon is double battles. I've always played singles because it's easier to understand. I'm taking this as an opportunity to really learn doubles because I've watched a lot of VGC. So I kind of have an idea of like what's good and like how the game works. I've just never really tried to learn it myself and actually play it. So I've done about like 6 battles and all ranked. And so far, I've played against like 4 people who have looked like they've never played Pokemon before. So I just easily swept them. I played against like one person that was actually pretty good, and I did lose to them in a close fight because he got a double flinch on Rock Slide from Tyranitar and flinched
Damn.
both of my Pokemon the last turn, and then he beat me. I would have beat him if he didn't do that. I was pretty pissed. But yeah, it's just a battle simulator. It starts you off with 6 Pokemon. I think everyone starts off with the same 6 Pokemon. You can kind of see it because when you're playing online, everyone's got a Whimsicott, everyone's got a Gengar, everyone's got a like a lot of people have like a Steelix. Like there's a set of Pokemon, a small bunch that everyone starts with, and then the way you get new Pokemon is you can go to like a farm thing, and once a day it'll randomly select like 10 Pokemon, and you get to pick one of them, and you can pick to rent it for a week for a small amount of currency, in-game currency that is, or you can choose to keep it forever for a larger amount of in-game currency. It starts you off with a healthy amount of in-game currency to like get the ball rolling. And so far, the in-game currency is only achieved from challenges and then battling. You can't directly buy it, which is nice. Except for I think there's a starter pack that's $7. I think that comes with some in-game currency, but there's not like a shop to just like buy currency. So overall, from like a pay-to-win perspective, I think it's actually surprisingly consumer friendly there. Most of the payment stuff is in the form of a battle pass, which is $10 a month. There's a free and a premium battle pass, so as you're leveling up, you're getting all the rewards for the free stuff, and if you decide to pay the $10, you'll retroactively get all the paid stuff. I haven't done that yet. It's a good mix of like Emboar, for example. They'll give you an Emboar on like level 2 of the battle pass. But then on level 20 of the battle pass, they'll give you a Meganium for free. So like some things they lock behind the premium, some things they don't. It's it's typical online battle passy stuff. I think $10 a month might add up pretty quick because that's if you play it for a year, that's $120 a year. And then on top of that, they have the membership fee for the true wackos. It's just like $50 a month for like extra storage in the boxes. Sorry, $50 a year. Sorry, $50 a year. Apologies, $50 a year. $5 a month or $50 a year for even more like box storage in the game. And that feels a little like unnecessary because you're literally just adding the number of Pokemon you can store for another fee. And like a lot of people are already paying for Pokemon Home, and it's already linked to Home, so you can constantly switch stuff in and out.
I've heard that's been
but they're
causing
like making
issues.
it just like
Yeah, I heard it's been like
I haven't messed
broken.
with it
Yeah,
yet.
I've heard people have literally
I
lost
haven't touched it.
Pokemon like in limbo, and they're gone forever now. So be careful if you try that.
Oh, well
yeah.
then
They don't do
yeah,
that
well,
yet.
I haven't. I'm trying to play the game right now, um, free, and actually like earning. Like the way I want to challenge myself is I want to earn all the Pokemon for my team in the game. I don't want to just take Pokemon I already have. Maybe down the line I will, but now, especially now that y'all mentioned there's home issues, so I won't touch that for a while. But I kind of wanted to see like how easy it would be to max out a battle pass, rank up, and like play only with the systems the game gives me for free to see how that goes. I'll probably eventually buy the starter pass for $7. I might buy a battle pass for $10, whatever. I don't mind paying for these kinds of games, at least like up front to get some time out of it, but I'm not going to pay $10 a month for the battle pass. Or I'm not going to pay $5 a month just to have more storage. I'm already paying for Pokemon Home for storage. I don't need to pay you in two different apps, which is a little silly.
That's very
But
silly.
already paid
it,
$10 a month on a different Pokemon app. So
Oh my god.
yeah, like Pokemon Home is pretty cheap though when you think about it. It's like $17 a year. So it's like I'm kind of overpaying for that one. Whatever, I'll pay $17 a year. I'm not worried about it. But like adding on another 50 a year for this just feels like a step too far. I don't need to do that.
Yeah, it's too much.
So I'll put some money in when I feel like it. I felt the need to yet. The battles are fun. I'll say that. It's felt pretty snappy. Whenever I go to matchmaking, it finds a match like that. There's no thinking. It's pretty quick. And the timer for each turn is like less than a minute, so it doesn't let people sit there and like waste time. So it feels like when you're actually playing the game, it's pretty snappy and fun to play.
So is the idea of the existence of this supposed to be for like kind of like to be in place of like, you know, people that play Pokemon professionally, like tournaments for things like that, so that
Yeah.
they don't have to use the base games, whatever is the most current gen? Okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah. So
Yeah, going-
the idea, this is going to be the venue for VGC going forward.
Okay.
And what this will allow is they can cycle in, like, at some point, Dynamax from Gen 8, that's going to be like these every month is like a new season, and they're going to cycle in mechanics. Like right now is like Mega Battles, and theoretically next month could be, I'm not sure say it will be, but it could be like Dynamax battles, and then you could have Terrestrialization come in, you could have Z moves come in, and this is just a way for them to be able to more fluidly control the meta without having to be locked to one game and its mechanics.
Interesting. Okay.
And that does bring up one complaint that a lot of people have is they're really restrictive right now. A, on the Pokemon in the game, and B, the held items in the game are really, really restrictive. There's only like 10 held items in the game outside of type boosting items like Charcoal and Magnet, the things that like make specific type moves stronger. There's all those are there. They've got like a handful of the berries, but then there's only like 10 of the held items. Like there's Choice Scarf, but there's no Choice Band or Choice Specs. So and there's no Life Orb, there's no Assault Vest, stuff like that. It just feels kind of arbitrary, like they're restricting the meta to try to like expand the options as time goes on. I don't know, but
But the real question is,
I want to.
how restricted is it? Can you still use Incineroar?
Incineroar's there. They did nerf it. It doesn't get knockoff anymore, which is a pretty good move. So like, and that's another thing. Technically, they could like on the fly nerf stuff, buff stuff, change moves. I don't know how they're planning on doing that, but they did nerf Incineroar by removing a move from it. So
Very interesting.
theoretically, they could do that going forward.
While we're talking
you
about Pokemon VGC, can I say how silly it is that we have Pokemon Go in the VGC?
Just tapping the screen.
They're just
I don't
like, I'm
appreciate-
gonna get them.
Did you guys
I'm
see the
gonna
guy
get
that got
appreciate that.
disqualified for popping off? And his pop
Yeah.
off was literally this. Yeah.
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 I also saw
stupid.
because
I don't
obviously
appreciate-
that video been going around like crazy, and my favorite reaction to it I saw was it was a photo of Wolverine strapped to a rocket ship getting shot to the moon, and it said this would be Hungry Box if he was playing the Pokemon Go VGC.
That's so funny.
I feel bad for that guy. I hope that there's some sort of like I don't know, some sort of turnover, because I feel like that's a really dumb reason to lose your because wasn't that like the
So,
championship round, like the final round too? Yeah, that's not right.
Yeah, and I saw that. Did he literally did he say something, or did he literally just like stand up and go, "Yeah"?
Yeah,
Because
that was it.
watching it,
He
it didn't
wasn't
look
like,
like he did.
"Fuck
It didn't look like he did
you!"
anything crazy. That's what I was wondering. I was like, did he like?
I
Did he
tap
like?
my screen better.
Yeah, did he yell something like that, or okay? If
No, he literally just like
stood
looked
up
at
and
RZ. He was like, "Yeah," and they said that it was
Should have had a screen
unsportsmanlike.
protector, bitch.
They said it was unsportsmanlike.
Yeah.
So, I hope that he gets his trophy, whoever you are out there, Mr. Mystery Man. So that's all you've been
Yeah,
playing?
that's what I've been playing. I realized I just rambled for like 20 minutes.
No,
so
that
there
was
you
good.
go.
That is what the show is about. It's a podcast. We're supposed to ramble. And I'll make up for it by being short. I've been playing A Link to the Past. So we'll talk about that later.
And
I have not been doing too much gaming the last couple of weeks, unfortunately. So, but we will get to that when we get to that. Until then, time to do some gaming pickups. I have, what is that? 7 items. I don't know how much you guys have. Whoever would like to go first. Tyler, why don't you go first?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Also, I didn't mention this earlier. Apologies if I sound like hot garbage. I'm getting over being sick. So,
I have 19.
I noticed that you sounded like hot garbage. I didn't want to say anything, but I did notice
Yeah.
that.
yes, thank you. I appreciate that.
It was probably like the nasal passages making it sound like 38, but it was really
Fuck off.
48, you know.
Show us your stupid purchases.
Okay, I have 4 things. That's it.
All right, that's
Um,
it. What a chump. Fake
Yeah,
collector.
I know. It's because we're doing this on a Friday, not a Saturday night when I go to a game store.
That's
But
fair.
you know, all right. This one I wasn't even planning on buying. So my one friend wanted this for his birthday, and I was like, all right, I'll get it for your birthday. So I ordered him this specific one on Amazon, and they were like, oh, it's coming, oh, it's coming, oh, it's coming. And then I was just like, where's it at? And then I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna order you one like delivered from Walmart. So I ordered him like the steelbook version. He got delivered at Walmart. As that order was delivered, I got a notification that this shipped, and I was like, guess I'll keep it. I don't know, you know. So, I mean, it looks okay. I heard the controls are a little weird, but Crimson Desert,
Oh, interesting.
Deluxe
There you
Edition.
go.
So,
It's a big fancy
will I
box.
I
play
didn't know
it?
there was a deluxe edition.
Yeah, will I play it? I don't know.
I've heard that it's a little spotty
We'll
if
see.
you aren't playing on a PS5 Pro, so you'll have to report back on the performance.
How do you know I don't have a PS5 Pro? No, I'm kidding.
I was gonna say, I feel like
Um,
I would know that about you.
So yeah,
What's in the
Got
deluxe
that.
edition?
you get.
'Cause I'm thinking I'm probably gonna play this game at some point this year. I haven't bought it yet, but
If you do, I'll play it with you. Then I'll start it.
There's a multiplayer?
But you
Sure,
get
yeah.
the. Yeah, it's like it's
alongside,
online
I
only.
guess.
It's like an online only thing. Internet required for crimes
Oh.
content download.
Weird. Okay, I didn't know that. Because I know.
Oh no, it's not. Never mind.
Yeah, I was
It's
gonna
a
say
multiplayer
it's
game.
based off of an. It's like
Yeah.
a spin-off of an MMO,
Yeah.
but this is a single-player game.
I think the internet required is probably you probably have to download something
Yeah.
for the game.
It's a PS5 game key card.
It's a game discard.
Game key
So we
disc.
got deluxe edition limited steelbook with game disc, 3 character photo cards, map. Yeah, you get a map. You get a pin, a letter from the developer, and 3 patches.
Hell yeah.
So
Cool.
got that. For $40, can't go wrong with this. Considering none of the games in the franchise are under $40. Mega Man Star Force Legacy
yeah.
Collection.
I feel like that
So-
came out of nowhere. Like I knew it was releasing, but I didn't know when, and I started seeing it on my feed, and I was like, "Oh shoot!"
So that means last thing we gotta get is the Legends Collection. I want Tron Bond.
That's all that's left.
Throw it on there. I want it. Will it lower the PS1 price? Find out.
Did you know that Tron Bond is not the most expensive PS1 game anymore?
What is it?
Persona 1 has elapsed, like,
Really?
surpassed it in price, yeah. Persona 1, if you don't count, like, special editions and yada yada, Persona 1 is the most expensive PlayStation 1 game right now, which is crazy to me.
How much is it?
Around, like, 500. It's pretty
Not too
expensive.
bad.
Yeah.
but damn.
Exactly. At one
Um,
point, though, Tron Bond was like $800. So
Yeah. I got the Walmart edition, which is the Echo edition for Streamer.
there you go.
So
Nice.
got that. It's the Echo edition.
Yeah, that game looks very stylish.
Comes with a steelbook. All the people in their cars.
There you
The
go.
crews.
Walmart,
Hey.
Walmart.
Exactly.
Walmart.
And lastly, I ordered this on Amazon a little bit ago, and it was back ordered, and it finally came. Because I was like, it's a good deal, why not? So I got the Resident Evil
Oh, shoot.
Generations pack.
Look at you. Nice.
Switch 2, talk about game key cards. Yeah, all three of those for $90. Not a bad deal. So
Why not? Might as well
Not
play
bad
7
at
and
all.
8 that way. All the DLC's on there.
it's true. It's true. Well, it's on the internet. I got to download it.
You know what I mean.
But
Included
But
in
yeah,
the version.
that's
I'm not
I
sure if you
banned.
can. Yeah, if you played 7, 8, I'm not sure if you could play 9 because I heard 7, 8, 9. So
Shut up.
I thought we
Not
were
sure
going
if
into
it's worth
something
playing that one
serious,
again.
like some kind of developmental thing, and then he was 7, 8, 9,
Got him.
4, 9.
Zach, why don't you show
All right,
off what
what
you
about-
got?
Is that what you got?
sure.
What
Let
you
me
got?
reach over here. I got the.
Oh.
Oh, nothing.
Oh. That's it.
I have a couple things on order actually, but nothing is here today.
There you go. Let's see.
So.
All right. Time for me then. All right. First up, I had to overnight something on Amazon, and to not do the overnight fee, I used as an excuse to pick up Cult of the Lamb, so I could meet the amount that I had to pay to get something overnighted.
Hell yeah!
And I've heard Cult of the Lamb
Have
is
you played-
very
have you
good
played that game?
anyway, so I've never played it. I've heard it's excellent.
I think it'll be very good on the Switch 2. So I won't spoil the game or anything, but
Uh-huh.
by the end of the game on Switch 1, it did start to chug because you kind of you're building up a community.
Yeah.
So as you can imagine on a Switch 1, when you start filling up the screen with stuff, it started chugging.
Starts to
So
struggle.
on the Switch 2, I'm sure it doesn't exist on the Switch 2, so I'm sure it's very fun.
Yeah, I'm excited to check it out. Next up, GameStop had a 4 for $40 sale. So if a game was under $19.99, it was basically 50% off. So I got some PS4 goodies. I've been wanting to have a copy of Bloodborne for a while, so I picked up Bloodborne. I got, I don't know how I didn't own this, the Spyro Trilogy. I got Dark Souls 3. This is the Day 1 edition, and the main reason I bought this, honestly, was because it came with a bunch of goodies, came with a soundtrack, came with, like, some inserts in like, a Prima starter guide, which is really cool. So I mostly just got it because it came with all the extra stuff, and I thought that was fun. Because they also had, like, the complete edition, but that didn't come with a little starter guide and a soundtrack. That's much more fun, so... And then the last game on
So that the Day 1 edition, I assume, doesn't come with DLC.
No.
I'm assuming. Okay.
Let me take a guess. You got L.A. Noir.
Yep. L.A. Noir.
Oh, I got it. All right, so
Did it show a little bit on the screen before? Is that why?
yeah, it
Yeah.
did.
But yeah, I mean, all those games for $40, that's not too bad at all. I looked it up, and I think like the normal retail value, like via price charting, was like $85 or something like that. So saved a good buck getting 4 games that I wanted to own and want to play eventually anyway. So I love Bloodborne so much. Bloodborne is so cool, and that's actually one of the FromSoft games I've gotten further in than others. I got to like the second or third boss, opposed to just the first boss when I played it back in the day. And I think aesthetically, Bloodborne's the coolest one. Just like the whole, it's very like Castlevania, very gothic, London horror, vampiric. It's really cool. So then I got another Vita limited run game, Rock Boshers. Person sent it
I
to me
had
in a
that
nice
one.
little protective case with the limited run trading card, which is fun. So I don't usually care about the limited run trading cards, but if I have them,
Maybe
why
I
not?
don't have that one.
And
I
then
had that.
first one in a while, got a Dreamcast game. Got Psychic Force 2012. This game's usually about $50. I got it for $30 because the case was broken, and I was like, okay. So I just changed the case because it's just a regular CD case. So I saved myself $20 doing it that way. So
I never heard of that game.
it's like a weird fighting game. It looks kind of interesting. I feel like it must be like based off of an anime, based off of the art style, but I'm not gonna lie and say that I know.
pretty late release for the Dreamcast.
2012. Yeah, they supported it for a while. Sega there. They just didn't want to give
Yeah.
up.
Greg, I thought of
Kept
you.
fighting.
They're like
When I
that
was
Japanese
watching-
soldier they found in the forest 20 years after World War II.
Craig, do you watch JRPG Life?
Sometimes, yeah.
I thought of you because now they're going for a Dreamcast set. Their latest thing.
Look
I
at
was
them.
like, oh.
Copying my steez. No, those.
They're
I like their
they're
channel.
kind of in your neck of the woods too. They're kind of like
Yeah, I think they're
well
from
down.
Arizona, which is cool. So,
Mhm.
and it's like I'll see because they'll do videos out here all the time, and I know all the stores that like they go to, so it's kind of cool. They make fun stuff. I like their videos.
Same.
Yep, I like a lot of like. I feel like there's not a ton of like good like game hunting channels, and they're one of the few that I do watch fairly regularly. They make very entertaining content. All right, Tyler, it's time
Me.
for some trivia.
Alrighty, let me pull it up. Dun, 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 dun. That's the wrong list. Dun, 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 dun. Here we are. All right, so we got Link to the Past trivia for you guys on this fine Friday evening. You
Excuse me.
people listening on your Monday morning. So, first question. So when they were making Link to the Past, the original story was a little different than what we got. What game did they eventually implement that story into?
Let's say Link's Awakening.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was Link's Awakening. So yeah, the whole thing with the egg and all that. Yeah.
We love the egg.
That was gonna be a Link to the Past. That's funny.
A link to the egg.
Link to the egg. Okay, now this one I didn't make multiple choice. I don't know if you guys would know this, but I could maybe think of some shit on the fly.
Let's find out.
So in the game, if you find one of the fairy fountains, you can throw your weapon into it, and it'll be like, oh, did you throw this in here? And if you say yes, you'll get it upgraded for certain weapons. So what old tale is that likely a reference to? There's an old tale about this.
I have no idea, honestly.
Yeah, I figured you wouldn't know.
Disney's Fantasmic.
No. So I don't even know what the fuck I would do for
It's okay if none of us get
um,
it.
all right, so
Give us a letter.
H.
Hansel and Gretel.
No. It's from I think it said 1878. It's tale from.
Hamlet.
Oh, Hercules.
No.
It's not Hamlet.
Hercules.
All right, so it's a tale called The Honest Huntsman. So what it was through an axe into like a thing that was kind of like a whole tunnel type area, and then they're like, "Oh, did you do it?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm sorry." Eventually, he got like 3 axes out of the whole ordeal because he was honest about it. Kind of just plays a whole role into it. But then I found out there was kind of some other tales that like kind of played a bunch in the Link to the Past too, like the one where you throw the skull into like the one part of the lake or whatever, and the like catfish thing comes out, but won't absorb it. But
I like when the fairy gets mad when you throw something in the lake and it's not the right item. She's like, take it back, don't do it again. Or if you lie, she's like, you're lying.
So in the GBA version of Link to the Past, there's a misprint in the manual that refers to the magic cape as a different item. What item? It's an item from a different Zelda
Magic
game.
wand? Does it say like the magic wand or something?
No, it still has cape in it. It has cape from it, and it's from a different Zelda game.
Oh.
Well, Rock's Cape, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I thought it was Rock's Feather. That's why I wasn't sure.
Both exist. Yeah.
I'm
Right.
a fake Zelda fan. I'm sorry.
This one's a little easier question. I mean, I don't think y'all will get it spot on unless you've
Miyamoto.
been doing your little. No,
AG
what's his blood
Aonuma.
type? No. So, how many copies of A Link to the Past were sold?
Oh.
The original one, like the SNES.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say 4.2 million.
Right?
Oh. I was thinking way higher, so I must not be right. I'll go with 6 million.
4.6. 4.6.
Oh, I guess Is that did I bust? Am I like am I close enough? I
Yeah,
celebrated. I
you
don't know
didn't
if you
go
want.
over. You didn't go over.
You're right.
Well,
You're right.
not
Sorry.
actually.
You're right.
You celebrated your band. That
Yeah.
is
Okay, I'm banned. I lost.
All the points go to me now.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
surprisingly, Zelda games like they sell good,
But not
obviously.
amazing, yeah.
Like not amazing until Breath of the Wild sold like 30 million.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
And then we got so there was a contest in Nintendo Power to get a cameo of yourself inside Link to the Past, where it was like a room full of rupees and all that. So what did you have to do to win this competition?
shit, I've heard this one. I don't remember the answer.
I know Mr. Christopher won, but I don't remember what the
I
contest
almost
was.
said what was the name as
You
the
should have
question.
done that
You would
because I
have
would
had
have
that.
gotten.
You would have had that.
I have no idea what the contest
So then I
was.
was like, oh, this would be kind of a cool one. It involves another NES game.
NES?
Balloon
Yes.
Fight.
It is an
Beat Balloon
RPG
Fight.
game, It's an RPG. and you had to take a photo of something and send it in.
Was it first party Nintendo?
No, I don't think it was at the time.
So was it a Dragon Quest thing? Was it a Final Fantasy thing?
No. Final Fantasy.
What, the final boss?
What you had to do in Final Fantasy?
Was it the secret super boss of one?
What's the name of that?
I don't
secret
remember.
boss?
I know where you fight it. You fight it on the bridge of the last dungeon, but I don't remember the name of it. Give me half a point.
Starts with a W.
The War Machine?
You're really close.
The War Mech? Something like that, right?
There you
There we
go.
go, okay.
There you go. All right.
You had to walk me there, but I made it.
So I don't remember this. What you had to get there and get a picture of it?
Yeah, because it was like a really
Yeah, it's a super
hard to
rare
find
spawn.
boss. So you had to take a photo of you encountering it and send it in for a chance to.
And was Chris the first one, or just like one of
I
the
think
people? I
It's
can't
just
remember.
like one of the people that did it. He just kind of got like picked.
Yeah, it's
Alright.
super cool. That guy's name is just like immortalized in Link to the Past. He's like that's the coolest thing in the world.
What a legacy.
Yeah.
So we got
Shout
Craig,
out Chris.
A
53,
legend.
and we got Zach. How many points did you get? 1, 2, 3, 45. All right, so we got Craig 53, Zach 45. As our current tally.
Heck yeah.
We made it. Boys,
Made it.
it's time for the topic of the show. The Legend of Zelda. A Link to the Past. Zach, you're going to take the reins on hosting this section, since this is your beloved game.
My beloved game.
Your
huh?
beloved Zelda.
Yeah.
The one you say is one of
I-
the best
I won't-
games ever made.
I will go back and say Craig didn't say mediocre. He said above average. I went back and fact
Above
checked myself.
average.
So I was wrong. I admit that.
Thank you very much.
But I wasn't wrong when Craig said 38. Continue on.
So, Link to the Past was one of the first Zelda games I played. It wasn't the first, but it was one of the first. I thought it'd be fun to get out my copy, my Game Boy Advance copy. It's where I played it, and look at my save file. So I've had it pulled up. I have almost all the hearts, but not all of them. It looks like I'm missing 3 of the hearts.
Nice.
And one thing I thought was really funny, I went to the options, and I had the message speed set to slow. I guess, which is, I would never do that these days. I must have been struggling to like read back then, because I turned it on and played it, and then the text is like da 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 da
Oh
da
God,
da.
that drove me
It's like
insane.
it's like aggravatingly slow. So I thought that was very funny.
Zach had his
little-
finger there like, the Zelda Link went to da, da, da.
Basically. So a little backstory from me. The first Zelda I ever played was Oracle of Ages. I played it at a very young age. I didn't beat it. I was just like wandering around because I couldn't really read, didn't know what I was doing. Link to the Past. I got this and Minish Cap pretty close together on the Game Boy Advance, and I can't remember if I beat Link to the Past first or Minish Cap first, but I beat both of those pretty close together, and they were like the first real Zelda games that got me into the series. And then I went back and played Oracle of Ages, and I got the GameCube games, and so on and so forth. So Link to the Past, I've got a lot of memories with. Um, Obviously, this version I played is basically the same as the SNES version. I know there's some differences. I didn't look up all those differences, but um, yeah, Link to the Past, third Zelda game. I think it's like the true foundation of what came for Zelda, like for the next 20 years almost. I feel like it really set the tone there. Um, Tyler, this is the first 2D Zelda you ever played, top-down Zelda you ever played?
This was my first. I dabbled in it like a little bit as a kid. I don't remember which one it was. It was Link's Awakening, or it could have been Link to the Past on the Game Boy Advance, but not a month so like remember anything. But this was like my true first experience with a top-down Zelda. So
And then obviously Craig's played it because he says he hates it.
That's
Um,
what I said.
I think I want to list off some things here. I did a Google. Link to the Past, like I said, I feel like it's a foundation for the Zelda series. And I'm going to list off some recurring things that this game did 1st. So the big one, Master Sword. Master Sword first showed up in this game. In Zelda 1, you get like, was it the white sword and the magical sword, something like that? But the Master Sword, the one that is like probably the the most popular fantasy sword ever, I feel like
It's
now
up
in,
there.
in video games. I feel like the Master um, showed up in this game first. This game brought the spin attack, a whole host of items that are recurring, such as like hookshot, um, magic rods. This game brought pieces of heart for the first time, like the individual four pieces that you find to make a heart. Kakariko Village, Lake Hylia, the Sages, Hyrule Castle, the Dark World gimmick that's in like half the games. Um, this game brought Kukos. This game brought songs like Zelda's Lullaby, the Hyrule Castle theme. Basically, this is like the vanilla Zelda that they keep going back to you know fill out every Zelda game since then. Um, a lot of credit goes to Ocarina of Time for like its dungeon structure. I always think that Ocarina of Time is basically a 3D Link to the Past, which is nothing wrong with that. But I think Link to the Past deserves some credit for all the stuff that it brought to the series. Craig, I know you hate it, so
That's not what I was
I don't know
gonna
if there's
say.
any.
What I was gonna say was I think the
Say,
reason it
"Fuck
doesn't
this
get that
game."
credit is just because it does not do any of those things better than its successors do.
Yeah,
I agree that A Link to the Past is very foundational. I think that we wouldn't have the Zelda games that we do have now without it because it set so much of the standard of the way that a Zelda game is structured, and just kind of the way that these games are worked and designed up until Breath of the Wild, essentially. But my issue with A Link to the Past is just kind of, I mean, you said it yourself, vanilla, right? It's just, I feel like there's not a lot of memorable things in A Link to the Past, and I think part of the issue for me is, admittedly, I did not ever actually play A Link to the Past from beginning to end until like 2 or 3 years ago. I just totally missed it my entire life. I played it a little bit here and there between like Super Nintendo emulators and Wii Virtual Console and things like that, but actually seeing it the whole way through I did not do until relatively recently. And I think that it with, as you say, a lot of Ocarina of Time is like a 3D A Link to the Past. And while I don't totally agree, I get what you're saying. But again, it just does all of those things better, I guess. So that's kind of why Link to the Past falters to me, because it's like if I wanted to play a Zelda game, it's like I feel like that's like how people talk about like generic Mario. To me, A Link to the Past is generic Zelda.
yep. It is like the base. Like it is. They add ingredients to Link to the Past to make the next 15 games they made, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Well, I guess the big question though is how did you like it? Your first
So
time.
overall, it was really good. I really like the concept of these games where it's like, all right, you go to one spot, you need to find an item to get farther. It's just constant like exploration and progression, which is really good. Especially like once you get that next item, you're just like, oh yeah, now I can go back to this area and do this, or go back and do this. That's great. Um, the dungeons, I feel overall, I'm gonna say this out there. enjoy 3D Zelda more than 2D Zelda. I mean, yeah, this is my first 2D one. Maybe I gotta play some more, see what I feel.
I
But
also prefer
always been
3D Zelda personally, so it's okay.
yeah. But
Like
overall, like
most
I'm not
people do,
saying
yeah. It's like,
I'm not saying it's like bad. Like I don't like it, but
No.
it was a good game.
Probably my number 4 favorite Zelda for me is A Link Between Worlds. That's a 2D Zelda, so
I heard that one was good.
it's so
So,
good, and
I was,
it'll be fun for you to play it now that you've played A Link to the Past because they share basically the same map.
it's like a pseudo
It's like a pseudo
sequel
yeah,
remake.
because it's basically the same map with some similar the way the dungeon layouts are similar, but like the puzzles are different and the boss fights are different and stuff. So it's almost like a remixed version with some added mechanics because of like the painting stuff. But A Link Between Worlds is a phenomenal and probably the most underrated Zelda in my opinion.
Yeah, I always hear good things. I got to get around to it. Maybe in like 10 years when we do an episode on it
There you go.
when it's retro. But maybe before that. But yeah, the dungeons I feel they were all pretty good. The ice one was kind of annoying though. I'm sure we'll get into that a little more in depth later. That thing was getting me irritated. But I feel like they all had their own little style. They were all kind of unique. They were all fun. Weren't too long. Weren't too kind of hard. Weren't too easy. Kind of just right. Um, the music, great. I think I got all the hearts but 2. I think I had 18.
Wow.
There's 20, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going all out.
What version of the game did you play? Did you play the GBA or the SNES?
I played the SNES on
Okay.
NSO.
I was curious because it looks like, but looking at the GBA screen, it looks like 20 is the max. I didn't know if that was if they added new stuff for the GBA one or if it was 20 for the SNES version, but couldn't.
I think it's just 20.
There is some
Not
added
right.
content in the
It might be,
GBA
yeah.
version, but
I know there's some things I missed because there's a butterfly net I think you can get. I don't have that.
oh, you never got that? How funny.
No, I think there's one other thing I didn't get because there's like 2 empty slots. That and I couldn't tell you what it is, but there was an empty slot and I didn't need it, so I don't know what it was.
Yeah,
so-
I believe there's 3 different spells. Did you get all the spells?
Oh, there's 3 spells.
Yeah. So you might have missed a
I
spell.
got fire. I got the fire. I got the ice one.
I think there's a lightning one too.
Or did I have the? Did I have it? No, because I think I needed the lightning one for something. Fuck, what am I missing?
There's a lightning, there's the quake, and there's the Bombos medallion. I've got the Zelda dungeon pulled up
There
here
you
for
go.
the items. If y'all have any questions,
How did I get the? How would I have got the butterfly net?
talk to a kid. I think in Kakariko.
Yeah,
Is that where he is?
I think he just gives it
It's
to
a
you.
little-
I just missed one.
Yeah,
dude
it's a little-
there.
And then you could use that to catch
Yeah, it's a little
bees
boy in
and to catch
Kakariko.
fairies. Obviously, the fairies heal you. The bees will attack enemies for you, which is nice and useful.
I was
you put
wondering
the
how I
fairies in the
catch
jars and-
fairies.
Yeah.
So you need the net for that.
Yeah, you do.
I'm over here walking around with a jar in my hand, like, why the fuck is
Trying to hit him with it?
going in there? I'm just like, all right, I gotta give up. I don't know. How
He's
it's
too
that
Ocarina
that
of
makes a
Time
lot of
pilled.
sense now. Yeah, it was too much of a modern gamer.
Modern gamer.
All right, that makes sense.
I
It-
also
is
think it's
the-
funny this game brings the flute in. It has the ocarina,
Mhm.
the blue like Ocarina of Time.
It
thing.
even looks like the
It's
ocarina.
funny.
You go back in the past and the dude turns into like a tree.
Yeah,
He's like, all right.
It's kind of
well,
sad.
Yeah.
For absolutely no reason. He's just like, I die now. Goodbye.
He's like, all right, there's the flute. See you later. Tree.
What was your favorite boss, Tyler?
I really like the design of the one with the 2 heads, and you had to use the fire staff on the one head and the ice staff on the other one. That one was really cool. I enjoyed that one. I should probably just pull this up too. Just so
What's
I can
your
let people
favorite
browse
boss
a
then?
little bit further.
So I have 2 answers, and one of them is the actual answer has a sad story attached to it. So I'll give the not sad story one first. I always like the stupid worm bosses that bounce around. You hit their tails, and they just kind of bounce around. The one in this game will knock you off the level, and you have to like climb back up to the boss, which is super frustrating. But not if you have save states or rewind, so you just never fall off the stage.
There you go.
So I did play the game a little bit for this. I got to the Master Sword, which we might talk about later, is not really much of the game, but we'll get to that. My favorite boss is the Helmasaur King. It's the first Dark
looking
World
at him.
boss with a big mask. Hit him with a hammer. But I do have a sad story along with this boss.
Sure,
If y'all are willing to hear my sad tale.
I'm ready.
So when I played this game the first time, I was gosh, I must have been like 7, maybe younger. I don't remember exactly what year it came out, but I'm 6 to 8 range. And when I got to the point of the game where I was at the Helmasaur King, I remember I was actually visiting my grandfather, and he was very sick.
Oh no.
And my mom and my sister and I traveled up to New England to see him, and we never really saw him much because he lived far away. And we went up there because he was very sick, and I was too young to really understand that. So I remember I was in the hospital room just playing Zelda, playing against the Helmasaur King, like not paying attention to my dying grandpa. So to this day, that boss reminds me of that, where it's like I was playing that and not really like giving him a fair shake at the end because he kind of scared me because he was old and sick. So I kind of feel bad about that now,
Oh.
but that's what I think about the Helmasaur King, is I beat him in that hospital room. So
R.I.P. Grandpa.
yeah, bring down the mood a little bit, but
It's okay.
Looking
yeah.
at these bosses, that's kind of cool that there's a Dark Links in the GBA one.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring that up later.
Yeah, we have to now. We
Never
really
done
have
that.
to play Four Swords because none of us have experienced this bonus dungeon.
Yeah, it's unfortunate you have to beat the game on the GBA version. I was gonna warn you, but by the time I realized it, I figured you had already played the SNES version. But you have to beat the game of the GBA version and beat Link's Four Swords, and then you get the bonus dungeon. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like nobody knows this bonus dungeon exists. Like, I feel like it's like a very not well known thing, just like in the world of like Zelda fans.
Yeah, I remember seeing it as a kid, and I completely forgot it existed until like literally a couple days ago. I was like looking up some stuff for this episode, and I was like, "Damn it, I need to do that." So,
I really like the GBA sprites, so those are really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, the game's that's pretty much the only bonus is that, and then there's a like a special spin move you could unlock by playing Four Swords, but for the most part, the exact same game except I think the script is updated. Obviously, the colors are more washed out. The sound isn't as good because it's not Super Nintendo, and the screen is much more zoomed in. So, it's not like there's really a better or worse version to play. I guess really probably the better version, honestly, is this version because there's a whole extra dungeon. But you're not really missing out on, in terms of like version differences. There's not too many otherwise. So it's mostly just a Super Nintendo game with an added mode and an added dungeon, which is neat. But
yeah, we definitely need to play Four Swords, so we can do that. I would love that.
I know I was kind of hoping we could do it before this episode, but we just never. The timing is never right. Tyler's never available, so.
Apparently,
Yeah.
every time I end up falling asleep early or some shit. Was a great night playing Four Swords, boys. I wake up to it. I'm like, motherfucker.
My favorite one was when Zach like took a screenshot of the credits on YouTube and sent it in the group chat. He's like, "This is a great playthrough, fellas."
I never knew that was actually the credits. I thought y'all actually beat it.
No.
No.
I was like, damn, they beat this shit out. Yeah, we do got to do that though. That'd be really fun.
One thing I really like about this game too, that's always like super nostalgic for me. I think it has a really cool opening. I remember it being like when I was a kid, I was playing like lots of Mario's and Pokemons, and then this having like a dark like it's like raining outside. You like breaking into the castle, and like your uncle dies, and you take his sword from him. I always thought that was like really impactful for me as a kid. I'm like, ooh, dark storytelling, serious story. I'm an
So
adult. I'm an adult
serious.
now. But I do like that opening of the game. You're like basically breaking Zelda out of the castle, and then she proceeds to just like sit there in the church for the next few hours and like not do anything
In her
until she gets
defense,
kidnapped again.
The church has some of the coolest music in all of Zelda, and they never use it again in any other game. I don't know why. I've always Always,
Yeah.
always, always loved the church music. I think it's so cool and so weird and like creepy. It's fantastic.
Yep.
That's like top 3 underrated Zelda tracks. I love the church music in this game.
She's just there with that guy. I forget who he is. It's like the other
The
random guy
counselor,
who's
the
in the
preach.
church.
I don't know.
But,
The priest.
yeah, yeah, it's just there. Then he just dies. But
You know what other soundbite I love
Tyler,
too?
what do you
It's
think?
not really a song, sorry, but when you get a new heart piece after you beat a boss, like the little organ like ba-na-na-na-na-na-na, it's so good. The sound chip for that organ just sounds so cool. I love the sound when you get a heart piece.
Yeah, I played a couple of bosses today when I was, like I said, I was playing for a couple hours, and it's kind of funny when you beat a boss in this game. They just kind of pop and the harp shows up. It's like in Ocarina of Time, it has like a big zoom in where the heart like descends from the ceiling. It's like a big deal. In this game, it just kind of like they just kind of pop up, and then the first heart you get is just like in a chest in the sanctuary that like you could just not get, but you just like go
So
in
funny.
the chest and it's like a heart in there. It's like, oh, okay, but um, I mentioned that I played up to the Master Sword in this game. I played this game a couple times, all the way through. But today I was just like, I'm gonna play up to the Master Sword and see how long it takes me. And kind of casually playing, not using a guide, using like minimal rewind just when annoying stuff happened. I got to the Master Sword in an hour and 45 minutes, and I was kind of baffled at how quickly you get the Master Sword in this game if you just go to the dungeons. There's 3 really quick dungeons. There's not much to do in between them. It felt like a bigger process, like when I was a kid when I played it the first time. But you just kind of run to the dungeons and do them real quick, and then you get the Master Sword like 2 hours in.
Yeah, a lot of
That was pretty surprising.
the length of this game just kind of comes from figuring out what to do and where to go, or the best way to go about it.
Yep.
Obviously this isn't like the perfect example, but like for example, there's a long play on YouTube you can find of this game, 100% long play, and it's 4 hours and 25 minutes. So it's like
Yep.
this game is not that long if you know what to do. The issue is figure out where to go and the most efficient way to do it, and that's another one of my gripes with the game. Honestly, is the transferring from to and from the dark world could be a pain in the ass if you don't know exactly where all the warp points are, and I could never remember them. And that's always been one of the things that makes me not want to replay this game, is I find it tedious going between the 2 worlds, and you have to access certain parts of the dark world map. And you could call it skill issue. You could say, maybe I'm just not that smart, but that's always been one of the things that irked me most about this game is finding the best ways to go back and forth between the 2 different worlds. It's always been such a hassle in my opinion.
Yeah, it's funny because I replayed this game in full, um, say 3 years ago on the SNES version. I 100%ed it, and both that time and this time, I was what's the word I'm looking for? I was not looking forward to when you go to the Dark World for the first time when you get sent there and you turn into like a bunny.
Yeah.
Because I have this memory as a kid of turning to the bunny and like getting stuck. Because when you go to the Dark World the first time, you have to have an item called the Moon Pearl, and if you don't have that, you're like a bunny. You're not regular Link. You can't use your sword. So I remember the first time I was in the Dark World as the bunny, I got like stuck for a long time for some reason. I didn't know what to do, and I'm always like, oh, this part again where I play as the bunny for an hour. And then I was like, oh, you just like walk to the left and use the
Yeah,
mirror
and
like
you're
on
fine.
this patch of
Yeah.
grass, and you're back out. And I was like, oh, that's not nearly as big of a deal as I thought it was when I was a kid. Um, but yeah, it's the Dark World. I mean, I like the gimmick of the Dark World of going back and forth. They definitely have improved that idea as time's gone on. But
How did you feel about it, Tyler?
Dark World. So I was going through all these enemies and stuff on these sprites on this Zelda wiki thing, Zelda dungeon. I thought it was pretty neat in the beginning. The first part though, I was having a really big brain fart trying to figure out where the hell to go. Like when you go into the dark world, it's like, okay, so how do I get up there? Then once I realized, oh, you just gotta walk over here and then go back, and then you're kind of up top with the little like mountain area. I was just like, oh, that's fairly simple. But then some of the other spots, like the one where it's just under a rock you got to pick up, and it's just like, oh, look, there's one there to get over. Um, I kind of looked at a guide for that one. But but yeah, because I was a little lost. But overall, I still thought it was a neat concept. I like the whole dark world, like world kind of.
I think it's cool too. Like when you beat Aghanim for the first time, like after the first 3 dungeons, and you go try to save Zelda again, and he sends you to the Dark World. You like spawn on top of that giant pyramid in the Dark World, and I
Yeah,
feel like that's almost kind of like when the tutorial ends. I feel like that's when the game like really
really gets you
starts.
going. Yeah.
That's really when it. But it's cool that there's like you have the Master Sword already, but there's still more sword upgrades to get. You don't just like you still feel like there's plenty of progression to have um, in the rest of the game. So, what's
Yeah,
there
that's one
like?
thing. You're like always getting upgrades, always getting some kind of new thing. That's kind of what I feel like these type of games that everybody's like, oh, the game's like Zelda. This plays like Zelda. When you have that type of progression and advancement, you're constantly getting new things. It's always it gives you a good little dopamine hit. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, I'm gonna get this.
Yeah, there's no
Then you
better
get that gold
feeling,
sword with the
when you're
four
in the
next to
dungeon
it.
and you finally get the new item for that dungeon. You're like, finally, I can do all the things I couldn't do before. It's always good.
Yeah, and this game gives you the arrows like in the first dungeon,
Very
which is
early,
like
yeah.
pretty cool. I, yeah, it's like really quick. Um, and like bombs, you don't really ever officially get bombs. You just kind of
Buy
find
them,
one, and it's like
yeah.
you have bombs now. Yeah, it's like the first bomb I got in this run was just like in a pot. Um,
So
so I thought that
strange.
was funny.
It's very
But
strange.
So I ended up getting the silver arrow before going to Ganon. Can you go to Ganon before getting it, and then does it like
Nope.
just kind of
You
like say
can't beat
you
him
can't
without the
go,
silver
or
arrow.
like
I learned that the hard way.
so you're literally just in the boss fight and it never ends
Yeah,
essentially? Okay.
which pissed me the fuck
yeah,
off. I was so mad.
can you? So I know you can damage him with the gold sword. Can you kill him with the gold sword, or you have to have the silver arrow?
Ooh, good question. Maybe
I don't know
that's
for sure.
maybe you need one or the other. Because I remember when
On
I
here it
played
says
it,
silver arrows are
I did not.
needed to defeat Ganon.
Yeah, when I played it, I did not have the silver arrows because I didn't know. I don't know if I skipped through a dialogue box or if that's the game's fault or my fault. But I got all the way to Ganon. I just could not beat him, and then I had to kill myself and go back and get the silver arrows and try again. And I was very mad.
Yeah, both the silver arrow and the golden sword you get right at the end there in that fairy pond. The thing Tyler mentioned, the trivia, like the telling
Yeah.
the truth thing.
Hmm.
And like if you just like didn't do that, you are kind of boned.
Yeah,
Like
which
so that's kind of
sucks.
weird. But maybe if you had like some knowledge from the first Zelda, because the first Zelda you do need the silver arrows to win. So maybe if you like, I don't have my silver arrows yet, you'd like. But if you're just a kid playing for the first time, you'd have no idea that was a mechanic.
Or
Um,
27-year-old grown man.
yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
How do I do this?
I don't know how to beat Ganon, guys.
I ain't gonna die. He's not dying.
I was so mad. So mad. Also, fuck Link's pink hair. Hate Link's pink hair. It's
Is that
stupid.
was that? I've always heard conflicting things. Is that just a SNES like color palette issue? Or
I
is that
think
like
that
a
was the hearsay for a long time, but I think that it's just so that Link doesn't clash as much with the green background because so much of the world is green.
background?
I think it's more of like a
Yeah.
visibility thing. Like you can see him more easily because the pink sticks out across all the greens and browns and stuff of the world.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's true either.
Hey,
That's just what I assume.
I like pink hair Link. Okay, I think it's cool.
I think that this whole game is a little ugly. I've never been a huge fan of the sprite work in this game,
Mm.
actually.
Really?
No, I've always
That's
thought
one of
that
the
this was
sprites
not a visually pleasing game. I think some of the bigger sprites, like the bosses, look cool. I like the weird trees with faces in the Dark World,
You're telling me
but
you don't like the sprite for the cursed fairy.
oh yeah. I had to think about what you're talking about. But no, I don't know. In general, I've never thought this game was very visually appealing. I don't know if that's a super hot take or not, but I've never thought it was like one of the better looking like I don't know, I've just always thought it was like one of the uglier Super Nintendo games from Nintendo themselves.
I guess I haven't really thought about that too much. I don't love. This sounds very niche and specific. I don't love the side profile of the Link sprite in this game. But I like what he looks like generally. I don't have big qualms with it. I think there are some things that don't look great, like the boomerang just being like a right angle is kind of silly. Um, I don't know. I guess I hadn't thought about that too much. I always thought it looked nice.
Tyler, how do you feel about
It's
the
always
artwork
cool
for
to
this game?
see I mean, I kind of agree with Zach. Like, it looked, I enjoy it. I always like to see some of these old games though, like how, like for instance, how Ganon looks in here,
Yeah.
and then in modern games, that'd be a kind of fun episode to do. Like if we do games based on like sprites on older games compared to like their new ones, like their takes and shit. Because
Are
some
you
of
talking
these,
like
like,
the blue pig Ganon? Is that what you're talking
yeah,
about?
yeah, you got that, and you
Yeah.
got like Ganon nowadays, and it's just like big
No,
difference.
Well,
So,
now
actually, in the
everyone wants to
Downfall
fuck Ganon,
timeline, Ganon.
unfortunately. So
wait, what?
everyone's trying to fuck new Ganon.
I mean, to each their own.
You
I like blue pig Ganon. I think it's funny.
big fan of Blue
Um,
Pig Ganon?
yeah,
Big fan.
Blue Pig Ganon is also the optional last boss in the Oracle games.
Hmm.
That's you can, if you do like
Thanks for the spoiler,
the
fucking
quest.
asshole.
Well, fair enough. I'm sorry.
Nah, I'm
But no one
always
ever actually plays those because no one's actually played both those games with the
That's
password.
also
So
true.
I'm actually all about that dwarven swordsmith, the cursed one. You know, the
Mm.
little frog.
There you go.
Good little sprite. Good little sprite.
But yeah, a lot of the
one
boss
thing
sprites
that
look cool. Like the bigger sprites I like, but the in general, I'm not a big fan of the way that the game looks overall. So
the one thing that always kind of bothers me in this game, the knights, the green and red and blue knights, um, the way it works, they have their sword on one side, and depending on where you are comparison to them, they're either extremely easy to kill, you can just match the sword and they can't hit you, or you like dink off of them and you have to like reorient yourself around them, and it's kind of annoying. And I guess you can say like, oh well, it's a mechanic. Their swords on this side, you get him from that side. It just feels kind of awkward sometimes if you're not in the right spot.
I will say,
Yeah.
in general,
But
the combat in this game I do enjoy though. Like you think about older Zelda 1 and Zelda 2, the straight stab, but in this game you got kind of have an angle a bit more of
yep.
a hitbox with the way that you're moving, so you don't have to be as precise, which is nice.
Yeah, the sword beam is super broken. The fact that you get it like I said, like 2 hours
Yeah.
in, you can just shoot people from distance. So the sword beam is
Yeah, and it's
crazy.
weaker than if you
Um,
hit it with your actual sword. But if you got the one up on someone on the other side of the screen, you're fine. You've
they can't
cornered
stop
them.
you.
Yeah.
You just stun lock them, which is kind of funny.
Which
But
reminds me, I wanted to point out one of my favorite bosses in the game. Very difficult in my opinion, but one of the coolest is the moth boss, Mothula, because it's almost like a shmup section in this game with all the moving pieces and parts. I've always thought that that was kind of cool.
is the floor moving? The
Yeah,
floor
the
is
floor
also
moving,
moving
and then
there.
all the spikes are
Yep.
moving, and it shoots the beams out in
Yep.
different directions. I've always thought that that was a really cool, underrated Zelda boss.
That's the Skull Woods one, right?
Yes.
I think. Yeah.
Oh, I guess it's
That was
worth pointing
cool.
out I played the GBA version before we did this. I don't even know if I mentioned that, but and I will admit I did not finish it because I did not have time from being sick and everything else. But I did get past. I got to Thieves Town, and that was about where I stopped. So got more than halfway through it for my replay, so I don't feel too bad about it.
Yeah, well, you need to finish it so we can do four swords and we can go see the bonus dungeon. Then Tyler has to replay the whole game because he's a lame-o and chose to play the
Yeah,
SNES
you
version.
idiot. I'm surprised
See,
you didn't play it
I
on
didn't know that.
real hardware, Tyler. Usually you do.
Yeah, I do own it too, but I just didn't.
Just felt like handheld mode.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I don't blame you.
Yeah, I guess I'm really nostalgic for this game. I think the music is like super powerful and super good in this game. Like when you look at what Zelda 1 is and look at what this is, it really does it kind of has the same effect as like Mario 1 to Mario World, then Metroid 1 to Super Metroid. Like I feel like all three of those series really um they had their iconic first game that like set the like brought them to the map. And they had their weird sequel that like was on like on a handheld and maybe or I guess Zelda 2 is not in a handheld, but you know what I mean. They had a weird sequel that like tried new things, and they're like, hey, what if we just made the first game again, but like a whole lot better? And I feel like all those SNES games can still like be played today, no compl or minimal complaints compared to their NES games, which you always have to like caveat if you're recommending to somebody. But I feel like Link to the Past, like you could tell someone today who's played like not new to the sorry hasn't played a lot of the Zelda series. I feel like you can tell them to play Link to the Past, and it's not going to be too abrasive. They'll kind of get it. But if you tell someone to play Zelda 1, that's like a pain in the ass, I feel like.
No, I totally agree. I will say I don't think that this is a first good. Maybe it is a good first Zelda. I was gonna say it's not. But maybe it's because I just feel like it might almost be harder to go back to this one if you play some other games in the series because, like we were saying, this is the vanilla Zelda, right? So it might be almost better to play this, and if you like it, then try other ones. But I don't know.
Yep.
Maybe I'm just too hard on this game. I know you guys both like it more than I do, so but I do like it. Like we joke, but I do think that it is a good game. I just don't think that it's a masterpiece.
Wow. That's messed up of you.
If you were to give it a number, Zach, what would you give it?
I mean, I think
10!
I think I think this is a 10 out of 10. This is a
Really?
great. This is like a. In my opinion, this is like what a video game should be. It not only for its like historical perspective, I feel like it controls really well. There's a lot of good secrets. There's a lot of optional stuff. I think it has great music. Has fun bosses. And obviously, I'm very nostalgic for it too. And like just thinking, like this game came out in 1991.
A very
I mean, it
early
is-
Super Nintendo game, which is cool.
Yeah.
Usually you get Zelda games more
I
than
have
halfway through a life cycle of a console, up until recently. So
I have too hard of a. I have too hard of it. Like a. I can't disconnect my history with the game and what this game did for like every other Zelda game I've ever played, and like judge it harshly. I'm too. I've got too much going for it, I guess, to like look at it on its own.
so I'm the
In a
asshole
vacuum.
here.
You're the asshole here.
Thank you. Tyler, what would you give it out of a scale of 1 to 10?
I don't know if I'd give it like a 10, but it's definitely up there. I'd probably do like a 9,
Wow.
to be honest. It was pretty good. It's pretty good. I enjoyed my time with
I've
it.
always thought of it as a solid 7. So
7.
7.
Well, you do have bad fucking takes. So
What other bad takes
fucking
do I have?
Fucking Bonanza, dude. Your take on that shit's horrible.
Bonanza's fine.
It is interesting. It is interesting though. Like I see where you're coming from though, Craig. If you played 10 other Zeldas and you went back to this one, I mean, it
It
makes
feels
sense
underwhelming
that, like,
comparatively, right?
you're like been there, done that. I get it. But like I said, this is the first one I like, either the first or the second one. I can't remember the Minish Cap that I really played all the way through, and that probably did a service for it because it basically taught me what a Zelda game is, and then every Zelda game since then has been riffing off of this. So it's like it's hard for me to judge it like that.
I know. I almost wonder how much my opinion would change if this wasn't, if I played this Zelda before any of the many other Zeldas. But I mean, everyone could be mad if they want, but a 7 is not a bad score. 7 is,
No,
pretty
seven's
good
a good
still.
game.
So,
Sevens, I think sevens are good. I still enjoy games that I give sixes to. I think
yeah.
6, 7, somewhere in between there. That's when a game becomes
Yeah.
like
Because
if a game's
Yeah.
if I'm
5 is average.
putting below a 6, that normally means I had an issue with it.
When I
Sorry.
rate games on my Excel spreadsheet that no one else in the world sees but me, so it doesn't matter. I use 5 as true average. Like 5 is just a totally average video game.
I feel we should have an episode of you exposing your rating list on your games played list.
Oh, that'd be fun. I'm sure that
That's
there'd be a
pretty
couple
cool.
of contentious ones on there. So don't ask me what I gave Mario Wonder.
What'd you give Mario
I'm
Wonder?
just kidding. I don't know. I was trying to rile up Zach again.
But no, I'm genuinely curious now. What'd you give it? good.
All right, let's look.
Pull that bitch up.
I do think that video game scores are they're inherently broken because everyone does them differently. Like Craig just said, like an average middle of the road game's a 5. If you gave a game a 5 out of 10, most people see that as
Awful,
awful,
yeah, trash.
Don't play it. So it's like that's why I kind of stopped putting scores on my videos when I review a game. I still give scores in my spreadsheet, but I feel like when you put a score on it, people latch onto that number too much and don't think about the nuance and I don't know. That's a different conversation, but
I gave Mario Wonder an 8. That's not so bad.
Yeah, it's really good.
Let's see. The lowest Mario rating I gave a Mario game was Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix. I gave that a 2 out of 10. Fucking hate that game. Right behind it, Mario Kart Super Circuit is a 3. I also fucking hate that game.
Yep.
You know what? Let me bump
Sounds pretty
Mario
bad.
Super Circuit down to a 2 live on air. There we go. That's better.
I don't know if I've ever gone that low before. Like, 2, like that's got to be something bad.
Let me see. If I look at, because I have a stats tab as well, I've given 4 games a 1, 9 games a 2, and 3 games a 3.
I gotta hear these ones. What's the ones?
Let me check, because if they're indie games, I'm not going to be mean. That's for me and me alone.
It's probably, yeah. I also have an
Exactly.
indie game. I gave like a 3 or 4. I was like mad at it, but I'm also not gonna like talk about
Yeah,
it.
exactly. So I have one indie game. I'll
Screw
tell you.
this
I'll
one
tell you
guy.
the 3 that aren't indie games. How about that? Ghostwire Tokyo
There you go.
Prelude: The Corrupted Case Files. I gave a 1 out of 10. Mortal Kombat 4 on the Game Boy Color. I gave a 1 out of 10. And Where's Waldo on NES. I also gave a 1 out of 10.
What the hell is the Ghostwire Tokyo Prelude? What is that?
It's
What the
a
fuck? I know
10-minute. It's like a
Ghostwire
it's like a
Tokyo.
15-minute visual novel where it's just text with really shitty PNGs on the screen, and then it's over.
Was it part of Ghostwire Tokyo? Is it?
It was something
Like,
you could
I've
download
never heard of
before the
that.
game came out.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, and it's
I
That's
didn't
strange.
know
It's the
about
most.
that.
It's the most. Like, why does this exist? Nothing about this needs to be here thing in the world. I don't care that it's free. It was so fucking boring that I gave a free game a 1 out of 10. So, if that tells you anything about
Uh,
it,
I can't believe you did Waldo like that, though.
you know what the best part about that is? That's a Bethesda game too, which is really funny.
No way. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, that's what I. My 1 to 2 sentence review was bad stupid game where you click randomly and hope Waldo's there. Thanks Bethesda. That's my review.
That's great.
I try to do a 1 to 2 sentence review for everything, so, but I have a lot of blank spots I got to go back and fill in because I didn't start doing that until like this year. But yeah, that'd be fun. Maybe we should do that, especially Tyler. Once you start getting more stuff written down as you play more stuff, we go through like our game logs. It'd be fun to do, even if it's not a podcast, but even a video, just going through some of it. That could be a good time. Show the people how we log it all.
I'm down.
All right.
Would be fun.
Any other topics about Link to the Past we want to discuss, boys?
No, I guess play Link Between Worlds if you enjoy Link to the Past. It's
Better.
like Craig mentioned. It's even better game. Plays better, and it's like you'll have a lot of similar like. You'll be like, oh, I remember that.
Yeah, like
but it's,
Tyler,
different.
right
It's like a
now, I
remake.
suggest that be the next game you start. You're talking about what's next. It would probably be really cool to play them back to back, actually. When's the last time you whipped out your 3DS? Charge that bad boy.
I only have a 2DS. I think I have Link Between Worlds.
You could also
Yeah, I do.
very easily hack your 3DS.
Yeah.
Did you know? It's easy to...
Heard all about it when that whole thing was going around. You know how easy it is?
Very easy. Very, very easy. Zach, what would you say is your top 5 Zeldas? I'm curious. Because this would obviously be in
Well-
it, but can you give a fair ranking, you think?
I'm to be more interesting. I'll say I'm only going to include one of Breath of the Wild, Tears of the
No, you should
Kingdom,
include them
because
both.
those are like. Well, yeah, but then it's like they're 2 of the 5. I mean, I feel like
Yeah,
I wanna
but
be-
if that's how you feel, why not?
because I want to talk about Zelda.
Let us hear your feelings.
Okay, so I guess the 3 non Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild Zeldas are probably my favorite.
Yeah.
I do think just because my first game was Oracle of Ages, I think it is my first 3. I think it's Oracle of Ages, Minish Cap, and Link to the Past. Then it's probably Ocarina is like sitting there in like the 6. What else is there?
What else is there?
I think that's it. I think it's those 3.
Yeah.
Oracle of Ages, Link to the Past, Minish Cap, and then the 2 Switch Zeldas.
Tyler, you've only played 2 Zeldas, right? Or no, you played 4? Right?
Ocarina of Time, Link to the Past,
And then the
Tears
Switch
of the
ones,
Kingdom,
right?
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
and Link's crossbow training.
There you go. So where does A Link to the Past rank for you among those?
Probably 4.
Really?
I mean,
Yeah,
That's
that
fair.
makes sense.
like it was good, but Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild were great.
In
Ocarina of Time was
conclusion,
fun. Like I said,
game's
I prefer
butt.
the 3D ones.
Worst one.
Worst one. Worst Zelda.
Bottom of the list.
right below Wand of Gamelon. We got some audience write-ins, fellas. If we'd like to start on those,
Hold that
I'll go ahead and
shit
read
up.
the first one. Tyler could read the second one, and Zach will, of course, read the third one. Taylor Suit wrote in, said, "Feather your bangs, shake your buns. That's nice. Now think about your dad. What's your dad like? Want to meet your dad? Doo-dee-doo-doo. Taylor Suit here. Link to the Past is a great game. Shout out to Chris Houlihan, who has his own secret room in the game. Major flex."
Shout out
Also,
Chris Houlihan.
Shout out.
Also
Dude, imagine we could get him to be a guest on the show.
I'm gonna look up where is Chris Houlihan now.
Go on his LinkedIn.
He has a fucking what's that called? A cameo thing.
That'd be so
Cameo
fucking
page.
funny.
Can we just pay for you to be a cameo on like a 3-hour podcast?
That'd be
Like-
awesome. Tyler, want to go ahead and read the next one?
Patrick says, "While I've never beaten it, I did play A Link to the Past a bit, and it's one that I intend to finish someday. The sequel, Link Between Worlds, though, is probably my favorite 3DS game and easily a top 10 game. The mechanics of the worlds and paintings were great, and it was such a blast to play."
Excellent taste, my friend. Let's see.
Zach's still finding out. Zach's trying to find Chris's writing.
So I need to confirm this, but I looked up where is Chris Houlihan now, and the Chrome AI review thing said apparently he was found in 2025. Apparently there's a fan search for him.
He was found.
According to this, a YouTuber claimed to have met him, and he's someone who wants to say as a private individual, and he was not aware people were looking for him.
So leave
that's
him alone,
very funny.
everybody. Poor guy.
Yeah, he's just a regular guy.
Start the search party right now.
Yeah, I like to imagine he really doesn't even like Legend of Zelda, like at all. Like
How-
he thought.
how do you
he
think
thought
the
Link to the
dude
Past sucks,
even-
and he just never played it ever again after that.
How do you think the guy
Yeah.
even found him? Like, he was just like, "Hey, you Chris Houlihan?"
It says current status. The individual behind the name has not been active in gaming communities and was unaware of the long-standing fan search for his identity.
That's awesome.
That's so funny. That's just some guy. He's 38. Just like some guy who's living his life, and people are like knocking on his door one day, like, "Chris Houlihan?
And he's like, "What?"
Yes."
And then everyone goes up to his door and goes, "Did you know?"
Did you know?
Yeah, the never underestimate internet sleuths. If you guys don't know the story of the band Panchico, you guys need to look into that. It'll blow you away. It's absolutely crazy. It was the TLDR. Somebody found a CD in a the equivalent of Goodwill in Europe, and it was disc rotted. So it was like the music was all messed up. You could barely hear it, but people liked the way it sounded, so people wanted to figure out who this band was. And there's literally 4 first names on it. It was literally just like names like John, Sam, whatever. And people were able to track down all 4 of those people. And they found this CD I think it was 25 years after it was made. So it was like people can find anybody.
That's crazy.
It's insane. Yeah, look up the story of Panchico. It's absolutely incredible. And they're also a good band. They got after that search, they got back together and they've been touring and making music again, which is crazy. So super cool
That's
stuff.
awesome.
Yeah, everything about them, phenomenal story. You got to look into it. But Zach, would you like to go ahead and read the last write-in for us?
I guess I will. From Jason. Hello, fellow Hyrule Warriors, Craig and Tyler, and of course, Octorok Zach.
That one made me laugh.
Jason here,
very
tell you
hard. That was a good one.
That's very funny. Jason here to tell you my thoughts on The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. I remember getting Link to the Past for Christmas of '92. It is my favorite Zelda game of the franchise, and probably the one Zelda game I played over and over again to full 100% completion. I always enjoyed the gameplay, story, and the great and colorful graphics. A Link to the Past also brought a lot of staples that are still in Zelda games today, like the Mirror Shield, the Hookshot, Light and Dark Worlds, and of course the Master Sword. It was also the first game to really flesh out the story. Not that we didn't have a story in the first two Zelda games, but those are relegated to a paragraph or two in the instruction booklet or some text on the start screen. Well, that's about all I have to say about Link to the Past, as I'm sure you guys have covered enough already. Well, tomorrow is my birthday. Happy birthday, Jason.
Happy
And you all know
birthday.
what game I'm not putting on my birthday list. It's that remake that no one should get as a birthday present.
Sir,
Because you already own it.
by the time this goes up, happy belated
Ooh.
birthday. We will have missed it.
Happy belated birthday.
But thank you for writing in as always.
Tomorrow we're going to that big buffet I tell you guys about, Shady Maples, but we're going for breakfast. That's why I'm getting up early. So.
Hell yeah.
And then we're going to some game stores. So
Good stuff.
Sounds fun.
Well,
You
Yeah, I
should
gotta
buy
get
him
up.
a FF7 remake for the Switch
that'd be
too.
funny. That'd be a great birthday gift. Well,
Check
do
sound
we have
very and
any final thoughts or closing comments on A Link to the Past?
Link to the game.
Link
to the game.
Link to the game.
past. Link
Not
to
on
the
not
past.
on Link to the Past. But I did zone out earlier when you mentioned the grab bag. Are we doing the grab bag now?
Yeah,
or are we
we'll do
gonna
it
that
after
off
this.
camera?
I just wanted to talk. Make sure
Okay, okay.
if anything else is needed or wanted to be said about Link to the Past, we speak our piece.
Link to the past, or Link to the game, as some might say. Great game. I would say it's above average. Play it if you haven't. Yeah, good game.
Yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. Just because it's not one of my personal favorite Zeldas, it's a lot of other people's favorites, for very good reason. And I think that, Zelda is very much like Final Fantasy in the way that almost everybody has a different favorite. There's the ones that are more commonly people's favorites, but for the most part, all the games are worth checking out in some way, shape, or form. And this is a very foundational one. So if you love the series and you care about seeing where a lot of the, the tropes, the design philosophy, a lot of the common music cues and all these different things, then it's required reading, so to say. So definitely check the game out if you haven't.
Craig said.
Okay. Good enough.
Agreed.
All right. So next episode is going to be our Game Boy / Game Boy Color grab bag. Very excited. When we did this for Genesis, I think we all had a great time. So I'm looking forward to it. So
Can't wait to make y'all play one of the Oracle games.
So the way we did this last time was we picked one game for ourselves, and then we all picked a game for each other. So we all got 3 games. We're not promising each other that we'll beat 3 games in 2 weeks, but we'll at least play them all to the best of our ability, get the idea, get the feel. Let us know. We'll let you know if we're gonna keep playing them, if we like them, all that fun stuff next episode. So why don't we go ahead? Do you guys have a list of the Game Boy games pulled up on NSO?
I do.
Gosh, no, I do not.
All right. Tyler, since you have yours up, why don't you go ahead and go first? What game are you picking for yourself?
For myself, let's go. It's really on here. Castlevania Legends.
Yep.
Fuck it, I'm going Castlevania Legends.
All right. Castlevania Legends. Zach, are you still holding yours up?
Yeah, the app is opening right now.
All right. For
I
myself,
was about to say Pokemon trading card.
I'm
game,
gonna
but
go
I was like,
ahead
no,
and
no.
pick for myself. I've always been super curious, and this is stupid, so I shouldn't do it, but I'm doing it anyway. Always been curious about Quest for Camelot, because for some reason that was one of the first games they decided to put on the app when it launched. He's making a face. He's saying don't do it. But I'm gonna do it. I'm giving myself Quest for Camelot. We'll see how this goes.
I'm going to give myself Mario Tennis.
All right. I know you've been talking about wanting to play that forever, so that works out perfectly.
Yeah.
Now, Tyler, pick a game for Zach.
Let's go with what really puts him out of his comfort zone up in here.
Yeah, try to be a little crazy. Get a little fun with it.
I've never played Oracle of Ages. I've never played
You're full of it.
Mario 2. Mario Golf. All those are new things for me.
Oh, you never played Survival Kids?
I have actually
Never
turned
played.
Survival Kids on.
Oh, you have? Okay. Well, you're gonna play Alone in the Dark: The New Nightmare because you didn't play Clock Tower with us.
I've already played Alone in the Dark.
Darn.
Have you?
So no alone
I'm
in the
being
dark.
serious. I did.
Damn.
So just for reference, I did a review. I've played the first like 24 games on here. So like I've played Quest for Camelot. I've played Alone in the Dark. I've played Gargoyles.
Okay.
Played Blaster Master. So if you hop around, I'll find one that I haven't played.
All right. What about? Did you play Kid Icarus?
And not play Kid Icarus.
You're playing Kid Icarus.
Damn, you're mean, Tyler.
Yeah, okay.
You know that game's gonna suck butt.
Of Myths and Monsters.
All right.
What is Survival
Let's
Kids
see.
anyway?
So I will pick a game for Tyler. So sorry, let me write down real quick for Zach. So he's going to be playing Kid Icarus. Tyler, I'm going to make you play. Let's see. Do I want to be nice or mean? I'm gonna make you play Sword of Hope.
Okay.
Because I always
No
thought that
idea
game
what the
looked
hell
kind of
it
Do you
cool.
have that? Yeah, interesting one.
All right. Zach, you could pick one for me or Tyler.
Have y'all both played Picross before at this point?
I've tried
No.
it, but haven't really gotten far or anything.
Never played it.
Tyler, I want you to play some Mario's Picross.
Okay.
I want you to tell me the gospel that is Picross next time you're here.
All right, Tyler, pick a game for me.
For you, Kid Icarus. No, I'm kidding. We're gonna
Metroid 2. Metroid 2.
I bet it's not hard if I have a guide. So
That's how I beat it. It's not bad with a guide, but it's
it's still
incomprehensible
Metroid
that
2.
one. Yes.
we're giving Craig Donkey Kong Land.
I've played that one already.
Fuck. I wanted you to have a bad experience.
Already had a bad
Game's not bad.
experience.
The game's, there's like a couple bad levels, but I think the game's fine.
In the world's worst
Yeah.
hitboxes.
Yeah.
What did you already pick, Craig?
I picked
For yourself?
for myself Quest for Camelot, which apparently I'm gonna
Okay,
regret. So
It's very weird that that's on the service.
it's so
first of all,
weird.
but
That's
I'll
why I
let you
wanted to
figure out
pick it. I've
yourself.
always wondered why it's on there.
Did you ever play the Pokemon trading card game, the OG one?
Not much. I've played like maybe the first
Okay.
battle, but that's it.
Did you ever play Survival Kids?
No.
You're playing Survival Kids.
Okay.
Just because it looks interesting and I want to hear about it.
All right. Now I gotta pick.
I think Survival Kids had some cool looking artwork, at least.
All right. I gotta pick for Zach, and Zach has to pick for me. Zach, I'm gonna make you try. Let's go with. It's hard because I know you've played a lot of these, so I'm trying to look. I'm sure you haven't played Bionic Commando, though.
I have not played Bionic Commando.
Then you're playing Bionic Commando.
So, Craig, when you get done with Survival Kids, Konami did release a Switch 2 launch game,
Yes, they did.
Survival Kids.
That no one gave a shit
So you
about.
can go back to that one. So, Craig, I'm torn with you. So, Survival Kids is one of the options I was going to give you. So, thank you, Tyler.
Okay.
And now I'm torn between. Have you played a Donkey Kong 94?
Not the whole way
Or
through,
have you
but I have
played-
played it.
So you're aware of the gimmick, then?
Yeah.
Like you know what happens. Okay, then not. Have you played Mario Golf?
No.
I would like you to play Mario Golf.
Okay. You guys were fairly kind to me. You didn't give me any bullshit here, so I'll take it.
I thought it'd be funny to make each of y'all play one of the Oracle games, but I decided not.
Oh, I would have done it. Easy. Because I've never beaten either.
Yeah, I know.
I've
but
never beaten either of the Oracle games.
I think we should do an episode eventually on one of those, like actually playing through both
That'd be cool.
somehow in some gimmick way.
That'd be fun.
Mario's
Like a
Picross is
handoff.
actually on how long to beat.
What did you
the
say?
hell? So Mario's Picross is actually on how long to beat.
Dude, I want to
Well,
see some speedruns for Mario Picross. I bet that shit goes crazy.
16 hours.
Tyler's
Don't
like,
worry
what
about
the
beating
fuck?
it. Just play enough to where you're not going to beat it. There's hundreds of puzzles. Just play enough to where you like understand what Picross
It's a
is.
challenge.
Okay, if you want to sit there and grind out puzzles for
Look up the
hours on
let me
end,
look up the
go for it.
speedrun world record for Mario's Picross real quick.
The Sword of Hope is
I bet
11 and a half hours.
That's got to be so weird because clearly they just know the solution of the puzzles, and it's just like how
How quickly
fast
can you
hit
do it?
the D-pad and the A button.
See, 0 active
Sword of Hope-
players, so it's not a popular one.
The Sword of Hope must have been good. There's a sequel. I didn't even know that.
All right. So I need some direction because there's Eni, Kinoko, Star, and Time Trial. What are those?
It's different difficulties basically.
Oh, okay. Oh, so people don't do it for the whole game. They just do it by level.
Yeah.
So no one's doing a
There's like
a full speed run of the entire game, which would be incredible.
there's like 64 puzzles for each difficulty or something. It would take forever to do all of that.
That'd be so incredible, though. If someone just memorized all that, I love it. Because that's how you have
It would
to.
be very cool.
That's how you have to speedrun Fire Emblem games. Is you just kind of have to memorize where to put each character, and what stats you have to level up
Yeah,
to
but-
each time, and if you don't, then you have to restart.
But I feel like the way you would speedrun Picross, you would have the solutions up on screen, like slowly scrolling, and you're just like doing that real quick. That'd be a dumb game to speedrun, but anyway.
But that's what
Very
makes it
funny.
so good. I love a good dumb speedrun.
Yep.
All right, to recap, next week, Tyler's going to be talking about Castlevania Legends, Sword of Hope.
Next week, damn.
Yep, we're skipping a week. No, next episode in 2 weeks. Tyler's going to be talking about Castlevania Legends, Sword of Hope, and Mario's Picross. Zach is going to be talking about Mario Tennis, Kid Icarus, and Bionic Commando. And I'm going to be talking about Quest for Camelot, Survival Kids, and Mario Golf. So we got some decent variety here. I'm looking forward to it. At least I didn't get Echo the Dolphin again. That was fucking annoying. Game sucks.
That's a good one.
That's
A
terrible.
good one.
Terrible. Alright, so that's gonna be... Let me name the sheet GB Grab a Bag. Fun stuff.
I like these episodes.
Yeah, they're
We can
fun.
play this.
I would love to do them like constantly if we wouldn't run out of options so quickly. Unless we just start like bringing emulators into this and we're like, alright, everyone load up your TurboGrafx 16 emulator and let's pick a random game on Wikipedia.
I mean, we could also just pick 3 more games, too.
That's true.
We're doing the same one. Like, what if we get to that point when we loop around?
Yeah, I almost thought about switching it to NES Grab Bag to satisfy Jason, but out of spite, I wanted to stick with Game Boy since that's what we planned.
Listen, episode 54 might be NES games, so...
Yeah, we're going to do an episode all about Taboo on the NES, which is just a tarot card reader. So,
Can we just do an episode on Stadium events? That might get some views.
that'd be fun. The rarest. All right.
All right, Zach's playing World Class Track Meet, and I'll play Stadium events.
There
We're
we
gonna
go.
compare.
Good stuff. All right, boys. I think that's it, right? I think we covered everything. Link to the Past. Go
Think
play it
so.
if you haven't. Although I'm shocked if you listen to 2 hours and 15 minutes of a show about the main topic being a game you haven't played. Thank you for joining us regardless. Zach, goodbye to you. Have a good weekend. Any fun plans?
Craig, goodbye to you. Have a good weekend. Tomorrow is going to be a yard work day. Gonna do some outside stuff, maybe plant some stuff. Who knows? Got to pick some more berries so I can make some more jam.
There you go.
So that's a thing.
Gotta get that jam.
But yeah, just trying to clean up some more games before Pragmata comes out next week. So
I can't wait. I'm excited.
Tyler,
I gotta play some Game Boy games before that.
true. Good night to you. Have a good weekend. What do you got planned? Anything fun besides your buffet?
Yeah, we're doing that, and then we're going to some game stores. And Sunday, I don't have anything planned, so probably just playing some games.
I almost
It's a
left the
simple
people
weekend.
hanging. I just realized I never mentioned the name of the game I was talking about earlier that I said I wanted to check out that came out today. Oops.
Oh
Damn.
gosh, yeah, you didn't.
That game,
The world's longest cliffhanger.
that
If you listen this long, you'll
yeah,
finally
now
find it out.
you get rewarded. This is your treat for listening. It's called
After this ad from Brave
That's so
Shadow
funny.
Legends.
It's called Eternal Afternoon. So it's a game that takes place in 2001. It's like a low poly kind of adventure game, and you're a
I heard
10-year-old,
about that one.
and there's 20 minutes left before the world ends, and you just kind of choose what to do with those last 20 minutes. Whether you like want to do anything, or you want to sit inside and play video games, or do nothing. But it's like a Groundhog's Day kind of thingy. So it's like every time it's like 20-minute loops, so the world ends and then it starts over. And you could do, play over and over again, make different decisions, do different things, go different places to get different paths and results. So I just thought that sounded like a cool game.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah. So that's that. Didn't want to forget. I opened
Yeah,
up my
keep me up at
phone.
night thinking about that.
Yeah, I'm going to check that out. Actually, possibly after when we're done recording this. So, because it is a PC exclusive, I believe. But yeah, I think that's about it. It's going to wrap it up. So if you enjoyed the show, make sure you share it with your friend, your coworker, your grandma. I'm blanking. I don't know what I usually say. I totally blanked on how to end the episode. Oops. Oh yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Make sure to call your parents if you think of them. Tell your friends that you love
Oh, this
them.
is where we clap.
And we'll see you all in 2 weeks.
Weeks.
Adios.
Adios, amigos.